Something is deeply wrong. You can feel it. So what has happened to us? And what should we do about it? Join the Finding Gnosis show. It's an open panel for people trying to figure out what's really going on in this strange existence and what we should be doing while we're here. Join us as we all find Gnosis together. Gnosis is knowledge. We need to find out what's going on. We need to find out what we should be doing. Chat soon on the Finding Gnosis show.
Disclaimer. This show is for discussion and entertainment purposes only. The Finding Gnosis show is a platform for open discussion, exploration, and opinion sharing. The views expressed by hosts, guests, and participants are personal opinions and do not constitute professional, medical, legal, or financial advice. All topics discussed are only intended to spark curiosity, entertain, and encourage independent thought. If any subject interests you, we strongly advise conducting your own thorough research using reliable and professional sources. Critical thinking and due diligence is key. Stay curious, stay informed, be well, be lucky, and don't be an arsehole.
Trying to see what it all means. All the noise and all the light. Something's hidden out of sight. People talking like they know, repeating what they've been told. If there's truth beneath the skin, where exactly do we begin? Come and find Gnosis. Enter in. What is going on? Where have we all been? Come and find Gnosis. Take a view. No one has the answer. Maybe none of this is true. No one's coming with a guide. No one's got it all inside. Every voice just plays a part. Every mind a different start. Questions moving through the air. Something felt but not made clear. If it's there, then let it show. If it's not, then let it go. Come and find Gnosis. Step inside. What is going on? No more place to hide. Come and find Gnosis. Take a seat. Say what's on your mind. Let the unknown speak. Some will say it's all been solved. Others say we're still involved. But the feeling still remains. Something missing in the frame. Not a path that's been laid down. Not a truth that's widely found. Just a space to question through. See what holds and what falls through. Is it all just chance? Is it all designed? Are we here to drift? Or are we here to find? Is there something more? Or just what we see? Are we asking wrong? Or are we finally free? No one here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Finding Gnosis. Wasn't going to do a show tonight. Got home late, popped on Jack Talcott's show, and was inspired to go live myself after he finished his wonderful online, gangbang. Now, anyway, we have time here to talk about whatever we want in relation to what the hell is going on in this strange existence and what we should be doing whilst we are here in this strange existence, sharing our time together. Luckily for us, Emily has come on to start the show. Emily, welcome to Finding Gnosis. Have you got any personal revelation that you'd like to bring to the Finding Gnosis today in relation to what the hell is going on, Emily? Emily, what is going on? What's going on?
I'm not able to hear you. Do you hear me?
I can hear you, Emily.
Oh, okay. Sorry about the dead air there. I'm not sure. Whenever you put me on stage, it kind of makes my computer, because I'm in a community garden thing and I'm outside, so it makes it go out for a while, and then I can't tell what's going on exactly. So, yeah, no, it's a weird pivot, but I mean, I guess what just happened on the other thing, you know, I used to work with autistic kids and kids with disabilities for 10 years, so I do kind of understand some of that, and but it's funny because when you're in a chat, it's very performative, and people kind of say the extreme end of what they're thinking, and then you don't think about somebody going back and reading that. So, and then you feel bad later, but then they do it again the next time you see them, and you're like, no, I was right the first time, you know, screw that person. And so it's kind of funny, the dynamics when you actually talk to someone are different.
Yeah. I'm getting a love message from Fatima there on screen. Thank you, Fatima. Love you too, baby. What do you think of hate, Emily?
Hate. Oh, gosh. Well, I think people flipping out at the word hate is kind of ridiculous, although it's a slippery slope. Once you, dislike something, it can go downhill from there, I guess. But I think if we're not allowed to express dislike or disagreements, kind of similar to what we were talking about on the other show, it gets out of hand. You kind of have to. I heard a dance instructor say one time, this is a weird thing to say, but she said, you need to be able to sit next to it's dance competitions, you know. She said, you need to be able to sit next to someone that absolutely hates your guts and wants to destroy you, and be able to, you know, get ready and go do your thing with that person right next to you. And that's very difficult if you're a emotional type of person. But I guess part of emotional maturity is realizing that you might be in a room with 5 people that hate your guts, and you're going to have to cope, you know.
You're going to have to work with them. You're going to have to cooperate with them for the common good.
Yep.
That is a difficult task. Fatima, you're welcome to come on here and talk about how much you hate me if you want to. Welcome that. So, Emily, you think it's good to let people hate and declare their hate? It's kind of, it serves a purpose.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's cathartic to, you know, it can go either way. I mean, it's cathartic to express contempt for something and get it out of your system, but if you bathe in it too much, then I think you're doing something wrong that could actually harm you. You know, that whole thing about drinking poison and it's hurting you and not the other guy that you hate. So it has its place. It's kind of like vomiting. Like, you know, if you're sick and you vomit and you get it out of your system, you know, you don't want to vomit all day. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, Patsy Klein, a.k.a. Silas, says she hates me too. She says, Fatima, you're not alone. I should be charging these folk. I'm obviously doing them good, Emily, because they're benefiting from hating me. They're releasing the poison in their soul, and obviously they're feeling a bit lighter as a result. So, guys, I probably should be charging. Patsy, if you want to come on and talk about hating me, do come on. Jesus Pantheon says, Fatima, they love you. I love you too, Fatima. You are a human being, and I do not hate you. If I hated you, I'd see that as a personal failure, given you are younger than me. I understand your psychology. I see you've been through a lot, and I couldn't hate you in a million years. I couldn't hate you if I tried. I don't see anything about you to hate. I see a human being trying to make their way in the world, making mistakes here and there, but somebody who's been through a lot, somebody who has a lot to offer the world. I see a lot of potential in Fatima, a lot of potential. And rather than hate them, I hope for them. I hope Fatima is able to fulfill their own potential and bring joy, love, and positive change to the world. Now we have Jesus Pantheon here. Jesus Pantheon, what do you have to say?
Well, you'd have to give me a direction, but I do want to ask Emily a question. That's okay if you didn't love it.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Emily, if I asked you, I want you to be as raw and as nasty and as honest as you can, and I promise, like a big boy, I'll take it with a smile and go, okay, babe. I got nothing to say about you, by the way. I don't actually know you, but you did say you beef me and my wife, and we can take it. Would you be able to give it to us in the most extreme nasty way you can, like the nastiest you think of us? I know I actually listened to you when you said you don't hate us, but I want you to try and make it sound like you do, even though you don't, so we understand the depth of where it goes.
Let me answer you. I will not do that because you don't run me. Now, you need to understand, you don't let people run you. Why am I going to let you run me? That's the two-way street we're trying to get through to you.
No, I appreciate that.
That's inclusion. It means that I have rights too.
Okay, but I wasn't trying to force you to do it. I was requesting it. Is it no?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk nasty to you, but I will tell you. I will tell you what I've said to you and your wife, because I stand by some of it. But I do think my tone is performative, like everybody else. I think you guys are performative as well, because I don't think if your wife was sitting next to me, either one of us would be quite that intense.
I appreciate that.
But I've never cussed your wife or you or any of that kind of stuff. But when she says you're Jesus, or when she says that she's a witch, and that Jesus was a degenerate. Now, I know we can go into details about what she means, because she mentioned that Jesus went into the brothels, and I said, yeah, but, so here's the thing. I read Chaos, which is about CIA mind control. I think language is very important, and we have this thing now, and that's what I liked about that article you wrote about the murder, because I do think that even when people don't like someone's language, they shouldn't police language, because that's the beginning of tyranny. So I agree with you on that, but then I see you doing it, in my opinion.
Yes, I do, yeah.
There you go. So we kind of agree. Okay.
No, we do agree, but what I'd like to say is people do reverse to me, but nobody seems to pick that up, but that's okay. That's my opinion on it. Emily, yeah, no, I appreciate that. That was real honesty. I like that. And I get that. But do you actually have a grievance with us at all? Outside drama, like something you would like me to actually address, because to you, you're like, I don't get this at all. Like, what the
heck? Would I have an outside? Well, why would I have an outside grievance when I don't know you? But requesting it, I felt just would clear the air in my head to we're not gonna. Here's why I think you're nefarious sometimes. That would be a good example. I think you'd like to get an audio recording of me saying a bunch of nasty shit to you, and if I wouldn't do that, no. If I was retarded, I would do that for you, but nope, I'm not retarded, so it's not happening.
DNW, is there any chance you could offer me some mercy and say that's not who I am?
I'll do it, Emily. I'll do it. He's an odious, self-seeking, narcissistic psychopath. With an inability to read and write in a coherent manner. He relies too heavily on AI. And
wait a minute. Now you're going into I'm not agreeing.
He cannot communicate to save his life.
And
he is reaching. He is reaching more than anybody I've ever known.
See, you're fulfilling the request.
With his view that he is here to save humanity. Yes. If anything, he's a hindrance. He's a hurdle we have to overcome to try and get to sensible conversation. Thank you. Is that good enough for you, Gracie?
It was. Emily, see, I'm happy DNW did that, because now DNW is proven to.
I don't need to make you happy. But Gracie, you can go ahead. Can I inject? Let me inject it for a second. So, Gray, I'm glad he made you happy, but people don't always make you happy because they have rights too. Like I can ask somebody to do something and they will not do it for me because maybe they don't want to. Or maybe
Emily, I agree with you.
Okay. Gotcha. Good deal.
I mean, that wasn't my point. I was just saying that the point was you did say that you didn't want me catching in something, which seemed like an accusation, but you probably didn't mean it like that.
Nope.
And then DNW said, wait a minute, let me land this. And then DNW proved it by saying, let me show he's not like that, by doing all that and saying that. I'm not like that. But I do understand the question I was asking is uncomfortable, and for people who are not used to it, and I apologize if it caused any offense. I didn't
No
mean
worries.
to. I was
me-
just testing to see if you were like me in Dublin and you weren't afraid to say something, but you said you didn't want to say that, or I was forcing you to, which
Crazy.
you wasn't, and I apologize. Thank you, Emily.
Okay, no apology needed, but let me tell you, you and your wife both said that you were recording Jack multiple times in his stream. So that's, of course, I didn't think that out of nothing. So I take that as an insult to pretend I thought it from thin air. You guys said you were recording and screenshotting things. Well, so were other people.
We
doing
are.
horrible insults. So that goes both ways too, you know.
Emily, can I also
We
add
didn't
one
mean it.
caveat?
Sorry,
I want to
no,
add
no.
a caveat to what I just said, and that is I do like Crazy Guru, and I, despite what I've just said, I think he might have something important to say. There's a kernel of something
Yeah,
in there rattling around in that otherwise empty skull, and
He's
I'm
not
just
dumb.
waiting for. I'm just waiting for it to come out in a sensible manner, and I wish him all the best. And will he listen to me? I gave you advice, Guru, about making those lectures.
It was
You know,
great
that
advice.
was a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
No,
And then you can, Guru, then you can see what communication style works. Because I know you have a problem with multiple
may I address after you say
personas.
this?
Yeah, go ahead. Do it
No,
now.
no.
But I'm just saying, whatever, you'll see what style works by the numbers that view it and like it. That's all I'm saying. And I think that's what you should be doing to try and work on how to get your message out there in a manner that popularizes it.
Can I respond now, brother? I agree with you.
Because I think you're capable of that, and I don't know why the fuck you're not doing it. Go ahead.
Oh, I know I'm not doing it. I think I was big-headed enough to think I could do it a different way. But now you've convinced me to do it this way, and I do need your help because I know you're able to do this, and I could figure it out myself if you want me to. But do you want to help me with this at all? Because I could do a little bit of help. Because I know you're good at it. I feel the sort. Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
My consultation is expensive, so you can do a GoFundMe.
Yeah. I agree.
You can do a
I've got you.
GoFundMe if you want my services.
I've got something better. I'll talk to you later about it.
All right, love you, Guru. Kenny is here. Kenny, you're on the Finding Notice show. What would you like to say?
Hi, DNW. I was at
Hello,
the.
Kenny.
I just want to say I was at the Victoria and Albert Museum in South Kensington for the first time
Oh, the first time. It's lovely there.
2 days ago, and then for the second time, because I only managed to see half of the place on the first day because it's such a big place. And then the second time today, and I was blown away, man. It was incredible. Honestly.
Yeah.
I've been in London 11
Yeah,
years and I never got round to getting in there because I just assumed that I would find it boring. But wow, what
No.
a place!
We are. Let's just say so privileged in London with all the museums that we have, and the
Yeah.
galleries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a lovely way to spend a day if you have a spare day or an afternoon.
Yeah, I just felt like I was
Morning.
traveling through the journey of human excellence and endeavour, and some of the craftsmanship that people were capable of, even thousands of years ago. It's like
It's amazing. Do you think in
it
many
was
ways
absolutely
we have
unbelievable.
regressed?
The
We've
detail
regressed
and
in-
some of the
yeah.
artifacts, it was unbelievable.
Mm,
You know?
mm.
Sorry, what were you going to ask?
Would you like to anything in particular? Any installation there or artifact that you thought was bloody amazing? Would you like to share anything in particular? Have you got any pictures you took or anything like that?
Just the whole place in its entirety was unbelievable, really.
Cool.
Uh,
You've inspired
Yeah.
me to go there again.
yeah,
I've
and
been there for years.
yeah, I've done my research, and apparently the British Museum is twice the size of the V&A.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go there next.
Oh, you
I've
haven't
never been in the
there?
British Museum. Have you been
mate, You're in for a treat there.
there? Is
you're
it
in for
better
a
than the
treat.
V&A?
Yes, definitely. It's
All right.
it's much bigger in terms of how big it is and how much stuff it's got in. Yeah.
So I'll give that
I
a bash
also
next time.
I also like the Natural History Museum, the Science Museum as well. Have you been to those?
I've been to both of them, yeah. Aye.
They're good as well.
Oh, they
The
are,
Imperial
yeah.
War Museum is good as well.
The what?
Imperial War Museum. Have you been there?
I've been there, yeah.
That's good.
The Museum of London in Barbican. I thought that was pretty good as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's nowhere in any of these museums you'd quite find an exhibit like our Crazy Guru. Crazy Guru, if you
Yeah,
had to be in a museum, what kind of a museum would it be and why?
One in about 100 years, because I want to live before I get put in it. Does that make sense, still, or did I say that incorrectly?
Yeah, but what will your let's just say
yeah,
in
I understood.
500 years,
I was being a prick. I can answer it.
in 10,000 years time, they dig up your corpse and they put you as an installation in some museum somewhere. What do you think it will say beside, your name, Crazy Guru? The man who saved humanity. Do you think that's likely?
Heck no. No, far from it. The man that annoyed humanity, maybe.
We'll see. I still have hope for you, Guru. I still have hope for you.
Another
person that has hope for you is this person, Les Origin 60, who says to you, Guru, be true to yourself. As a guru, you cannot possibly be influenced by outside of yourself. So they're really batting for you. They're saying they saw you on Jack's channel. There you go. You have a fangirl in the audience. Yeah.
The end of it is okay to respond to that?
Of course.
Oh, rubbish! I didn't even catch that name. That's so ignorant to me. That's twice.
Les Origin. I've put it back on.
Oh, thank you, Dean. But appreciate it, brother. Les. No, this is true. I use the word crazy guru, and I put the word crazy before because, well, DNW can give you 100 million reasons. They're probably not true, but I put it there for that reason, and that is because I'm not really a guru. I'm a curious guru. It means that it's not the same as like Sadhguru G or something. So I do agree with you. Let's just look at this. I'm a child guru that's learning to become, and I think I will, because even DNW says he has hope for me. So I hope that answers it. DNW, I did have something else to say to Emily, but I've already set up too much. Unless I have permission, I'd like to say something to Emily, but I don't mind waiting because the Vital has joined.
Yeah, the Vital's joined. I will say I do have hope for you. As I said already, there's a little kernel of something rattling around in that head of yours, bursting to get out. And it will come out. It will come out. We'll make sure it comes out.
Appreciate you.
Vital, you are on the Finding Gnosis show. What would you like to say about what is going on? Do you have a factoid that you'd like to bring to the table, or do you have a question, or perhaps you have an observation about matters related to what you've gone through listening to the shows so far?
No pressure, I guess, right? Just come on to say hello, and he's like, hey, can you drop a kernel of fucking wisdom on all of us on the top of our heads? Jesus, no, I can't. I just popped in to say hello, see what you guys are talking about. Is that what it is? We're just checking in on the world today? Because there's a lot.
Checking in, trying to come up with something, scraping the bottom of the barrel, looking for something that will influence and impart on us something wonderful, some wisdom, some motivation, some hope, or some knowledge.
This week, I watched a 6 and an almost 4-year-old hike 4 miles up to 9,000 feet elevation. Totally put me to shame, make me look like a fool, like a little girly man in front of my own children. That is all due to their mother's raising of them. She takes them hiking multiple times a month.
I mean, hold on a second. A 4-year-old hiking 6 miles. Is that what you said?
4 miles. 4 miles.
I got a similar story,
that's impressive at that age.
It's impressive and humiliating for me because they go out and do this 3 or 4 times a month, and I rarely join them because I'm always working so much. I'm not working right now, so I'm joining them more, and my children are absolutely stomping my fat, out of shape ass, and with a smile too, getting to the campsite and bouncing off the damn walls. Like, no, there's no dent in the energy. There's no like spending of any kind of energy. Like, where do they get? I wish I had a USB port I could plug into one of them so I could get some of this. Like,
it sounds great. It sounds great that your partner is teaching them this and helping them to build up a resilience and a fitness at such a young age. You know.
Well, now it's time for Papa to do that
density and coordination.
Yeah, and
is this your young one, Vital? Your little one?
Yes, yes. We have two
Well,
little.
can I give you a compliment if you didn't allow me?
I need all the compliments I can get, apparently, because Daniela says
Not you, DNW.
two people hate me. Yeah, we had two people in the live chat saying they hated me. So we have Fatima came out of the woodwork yet again, the little worm, and stated her undying hatred for me. And as did Sealust. Sealust joined the hate party.
What
And
did you
said
do?
she hated me too.
What?
So I
did you
am
do?
a hated man.
You're not. You're such a...
But you know, it is what it is. Some of the greats have been hated.
DNW,
They were
can I-
misunderstood before they were understood. They were avant-garde, ahead of the curve. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not saying I'm ahead of the curve. But I certainly don't hate any of these people. I love them.
They hate you for your truth, DNW.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Vital. But, you know, it's okay. I'm in good company. A lot of good people have been hated. I hope they're hating me for the right reasons and not the wrong ones. Because if I'm prodding and poking them and annoying them because I'm revealing to them their moral lacking, their ineptitude as a responsible adult or somebody who's not being responsible, well, then I'm doing the right thing, frankly. I'm doing the right thing. And they have much work to do before they can come on here pontificating about being good when they are hating somebody for doing nothing other than trying to find out what is going on and what we should be doing and bringing people together in that quest. That's a strange reason to hate people if ever I heard one. But hey ho, it takes all types, and we will discover why it is that they are so unnerved by the finding of Gnosis. We will find out, yet to be continued. Jesus, sorry, I went on there a bit. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask permission. Just I didn't want to break from the topic because it's we was talking about, and I don't mind returning it. But can I just briefly, and I mean briefly, tell Vital, without taking anything away from your son or child there, I don't want to misrepresent, but that is an amazing achievement. And you know, I share my own pride in my own son and stuff like that. So I don't want to take that away, but I do want to know: can you take in respect, brother, that the way I heard it is not this child, it's the parents and the drive behind that child. So I would like to give a hats off to you and your wife, sir, because that is, if your son, if I take in good faith, achieved this, it means he had great support, great foundations behind him, and that often comes from family. And if it is in your case, congratulations to you and your wife. That was.
I mean, he's already doing remarkable stuff. I mean, he told us about his homeschooling, the curriculum he has. He's doing good work. He's making.
Is that Vital?
Thank you,
Yes.
gentlemen. Thank you.
Vital, can we have private chat, because you've just interested my peak, because I'm doing a similar sort of thing, but I don't want to make about me because you mentioned this. And brother, I'm all ears. I love this talk. For our children, that's what the Grazie is all about. GG, brother, I just want to give you that because a father gives the appreciation to his wife and his child. I'm going to give you the appreciation because I'm another father. Thank you, brother. I love seeing another man who boast about their family in a way that's positive, unique, and tells everybody you can. Because even the likes of my son at this age or my daughter at this age can achieve this, so can you. And it's always, no, that's not true. It's not always. It's mostly when done in great strength by a dominant, I don't want to make it about male or female, but a parent role that says, or a foundational role behind them of an adult that says, come on, you can strive it further. So I really do appreciate that, and I'm going to shut up now because I'm rambling.
Les Origin, do you want to come on here? Les Origin says that their advice comes from experiences with the whole cult, and they say to run away, run away. Come on and tell us about that then, Les Origin. Don't hide in the live chat. Do come on.
I kind of wanted to respond to that thing she said back there, but I'm not joined in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, she was being a bit disparaging about Jack. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think Jack's a bad guy.
Well, okay, but she was saying, what did she say back there? That humiliation ritual. So that's not what happened at all. It's a misunderstanding. Everybody can't read other people's behaviors and needs, and there was no humiliation ritual. The fact that he kept them around that long, I was in the chat saying not to. Now I'm getting along with the guy, so there was nobody deliberately doing anything to anyone there. Not on the other end, anyway, for sure.
I don't think it was a humiliation ritual at all. I'd be interested to hear why Les Origin thinks that. Les Origin, do come on. Christo says, have you been enjoying Pantheon Jesus on Talcots recently? I've always enjoyed Pantheon Jesus, no matter where he is coming from. And yes, I've been enjoying him on Talcott's show. Yeah, I have indeed.
May I offer a response, not in defense of the individual making response, because I actually do indeed I'd love to get that individual on and get the deeper thoughts of this, because I don't want to share away from that. But to try and coax us on, I would let the individual know that I also think individuals can see from their point of view. It doesn't make anything Emily said incorrect or DNW. I think that maybe we could get a deeper conversation, just like they've shown me all night, to keep extending me the olive branch totem. I actually think this individual may have a point, but I do agree with the individuals that it might be a great audience and a great understanding as she comes on. I know DNW can act like an arse around me and everything, but he's generally loving and beautiful towards especially those who are fair and come on to talk. I mean, I have confidence, and so does other individuals, and you'll always find that DNW always picks on those with confidence because they need it more challenging. So, others can speak for themselves, of course. I'm just giving fair, and I don't even think I'm making a fair representation of anybody. I'm just offering an olive branch to say I would like to see it on as well. But I also think it's fair to say that everybody can have their point of view, and until we have discourse, we can't get to the bottom of it, can we? And I think that was the point we were making, guys. If I'm incorrect, you can tell me.
Yeah, I feel like humiliation rituals are quite deliberate. You know, they solicit you and get you up there to do something to you, and that's not what happened whatsoever. So, yeah, that's why I resist that. You can think whatever you want about other things, because I don't agree with everybody about everything, but that's very specific and very sinister, and that's not what happened.
I agree with Emily that you know, when things are highly negative like that, we should come on and justify ourselves. And but I don't think saying it's not what happened is true. I think discussion. Emily is entitled to her opinion, because if the other individual thinks it is true, Emily is to say, hey, there needs to be a balance. I don't think it's true. I'm more willing to hear that, and I'm hearing both talks. But I kind of agree with both parties if people are asking me.
I think tonight so far, Guru, has been one of your better nights in terms of not necessarily in knowledge delivery, okay, but in how you've carried yourself. You know, I want to commend you for that. I'm talking about on Jack's show as well.
I think it's because oh, sorry, somebody else want to speak there? I thought
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, well, no, I tell you what, you know, I've actually forgotten what I wanted to say there, because it was in the moment, and so I don't want to push it. But generally, what I do remember is I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I think that it was fair. I'm not going to push this. I forgot what I was going to say, DNW, but I do remember feeling fair about it. So sorry about that.
I said tonight was one of your better nights in relation to how you carried yourself.
You know, I don't think there was anything else. I just wish there was. But I think fairness is all I have.
Can I also point out one thing? It may or may not have anything to do with your failure to, you know, behave in a manner that is socially acceptable at times. And that is sometimes you are stoned off your tits, or, you know, or like, you know, drunk out of your mind. You do partake in intoxication. Yeah, he does partake in the intoxication of his own biology freely and whilst online. And I'm suggesting that perhaps tonight you were sober, and that might have something to do with you being received better by the audience and by panel participants, because, you know, you didn't have that edge to you that was perhaps dumbing down your sensibilities to the degree that, you know, you became annoying.
Yeah, that's why I took a break from it all, is because I realized the drink, coming on here and trying to create a communicational device by which I can communicate with people from my position, was getting me down, and I had to take a break. Even from this show, slightly, because I realized there was a correlation between the two, and I have a family also. Yeah, you're correct, because that's why I haven't been here anyway. That's why I've been trying to better myself in different arenas, because I wasn't really getting to a healthy position here, which I thought I might do. And
I mean, look,
I think I failed myself.
The point is, Carl, you're coming across more coherent, more coherent, less off your nut, and that's because you're already fighting a battle here because you're neurodivergent. So what's the point of making your brain even more different to us
Addiction.
by coming on here, drinking and smoking weed whilst you're trying to talk to us?
Addiction.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's just something perhaps it's something for you to think about. I think it may be causing you problems
It's addiction.
online. Yeah, I know it is. I'm just saying maybe that's something you have to work on. Maybe.
Oh, I am. Yeah, it is. It is.
Try
It's not
try
maybe, it is.
session beers. They're lower in alcohol content.
It's not the alcohol content. It's the sort of like trauma I'm facing personally in my life, as well as other things, which has nothing to do with you guys. That's why I don't blame you. You're correct.
So first of all, sorry, I thought you were done.
No, I'll shut up.
First of all, can everyone hear me okay?
Yes,
I can.
welcome Nine Tails.
Hello. And I've been in the chat for the most part because I'm partially at work and also I had technical difficulties on Jack's end. But I don't see any need, and I've had limited exposure to Carl, but I don't see any need for a nefarious explanation. I do just see someone who's purely struggling to a strong degree, to be clear, with social interaction, and is trying to do what I did to get to the point where I can talk on panels as easily as I can, which is putting yourself in the situation that constantly gets you to test your skills and reevaluate. So I hear what you're saying about conduct. I think there's always going to be tension in terms of who wants to speak and trying to get attention. I think someone even brought that up on Jack's panel. And it's easier for some people than others to find ways to deal with that. And what you're really seeing, and Carl, forgive me for speaking for you here, is someone who's struggling with that. And I saw when Carl left the panel kind of distressed because he felt like no matter what he was doing, he was always wrong. And I know I feel that way when people are always highlighting my faults and always put in like, oh, you did a fault, now let's talk about it. And I think that's what was meant by humiliation ritual on Jack Talcott's panel. I think humiliation ritual is a bit far, but also condescending was the word I used in chat. And to be clear, Carl, I think there are some things you could maybe do better, writing down your thoughts and saving them so someone speaks. I know you said you had ADHD. I struggle with that too, and like impulse control and deciding when to speak, and sometimes you have a thought and you just want to say it. Those are all just things that come with time and practice, and I'm willing to assume that you're probably doing better at this than you were, say, a year ago or something.
I'm doing better than I was a month ago, in my opinion, but let W be the judge of that, because he was the first mad bastard to take me on. I hope I didn't offend anybody when he said that.
The thing is, Nine Tails, would you not agree that with my assessment, where he is already neurodivergent, trying to communicate to us something that is very complex? So he's facing an uphill battle there, and perhaps it's not good to come on when he's pissed out of his mind or drunk or off his nut on weed, to the point where he's almost comatose. So, it's not doing him any good, I don't believe. I think he'd be better off trying to communicate with sobriety behind as part of his.
Well, I think he said he was trying to do that for one thing. So that's why I didn't bring that up.
But you agree that it is good. Yeah.
It's a complicated thing. Like, I know I have more anxiety on panels, and if I go on panels while I'm trying to quit, then that makes me want to smoke. So I actually tend to avoid it when I'm actually trying to quit, which is not right now, unfortunately. So it's one of those things where, like, I saw a bit of anxiety in Guru. It seemed genuine to me, and it would make sense to me that he might want to numb that a bit, so that his anxiety can also be very performance inhibiting, right?
Yes, absolutely. But we don't want to make him a robot. We don't want to kill off his.
We can never respond to
Well, being high doesn't do that, and being drunk just makes you an idiot.
Yeah.
After he responds, could I say something?
Emily, can I just Sorry, So Emily, as a brief, I was just going to say that thank you, Nine Tails. The reason I didn't interrupt at all is because thank you. I mean, that's actually what I meant when I said to Emily that I agreed and disagreed. You explained it to a T what I meant. Thank you, Emily. That's what I meant when I said that.
No problem.
I can see what they meant, but also, like Nine Tails said, I think the wording was a bit too far. But I think emotion gets in there. But there was some truth behind what it was saying. Although I don't want to speak for anybody. I'm just saying that was what I thought. And
No worries.
Nine Tails, I was agreeing
And you
to
get in a
thank
shame
Emily.
spiral. You're shame spiraling. You don't need to feel ashamed about something you did and said and made a little mistake. It's fine. When I say like it's fine, you're done. Like it's totally fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think maybe you get a little bit too, like, you overthink yourself too much. When a lot of things in these
Never comes back
spaces,
to you, yes.
the faster you can drop them, the faster they disappear. So that's one of the things I had to learn, to just stop being like, oh crap, I misset this. Now I have to, do 50 extra steps to correct it. No, just most people don't even care.
How long did it take you, Nine Tails?
Pardon?
How long did it take you to do it?
Well, I mean, I've been doing it since I was 18. I started in kind of like a park where we all got
How long
together
was
to
that?
smoke weed, actually. And it was just like, it was kind of like my first actual social thing. And I'm still not at the level of being like social and like going to like museums or movies or whatever normal people do. But I can have these conversations because it's taken, I'm 33 now. So it's taken, you could say 15 years to really hone those skills, and I still find ways to improve all the time. You never master it. I don't think anybody in this space has truly mastered when to speak, when to interrupt, and all this stuff. It's a nuance. It's a dance. It takes two to tango all the time.
There's also when you're by yourself, if you're ruminant, like not a ruminant animal, but ruminating is another bad thing for you if you do too much of it. So, and you can loop yourself into believing all kinds of things. So, putting on the brakes is difficult, but it's kind of a skill that you have to learn. It's probably no different than like giving up substances. I mean, you go to that to feel comfort, and then you realize it's actually making things worse. So once you realize, like, part of you realizes I shouldn't be keeping on talking, but then the other part of you wants the comfort of the answer, so you keep on and on and on. And that's the thing. People can't make they can't make their points. Like Jack will have a show that he wants to do about something, and he doesn't mind you injecting a little bit of yourself into it. But then when it becomes the Gracie show featuring Gracie, starring Gracie, written and directed by Gracie, people get annoyed with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of.
I'd argue they engaged with him in such a way that they also made the show that way.
Yeah. And it's an entertainment thing. People getting off on, oh, there's drama. Let's make this, and people.
Yeah, I want to say one other thing, Guru, and you do bring out my bad
Wait a
side.
minute, can I ask a question? When I leave, who continues it? Because I'm not there to continue it.
No, it's not just Guru bringing down the show. I will say that there's other people as well.
Oh, sure.
I do it all the time myself.
I'm not talking about this show. I was talking about Jack's show.
Yeah. But Emily, my question was, when I leave, like tonight, why didn't everybody just move on to the topic? Why did everybody talk about me?
Well, that's part of diverting the attention onto you, because once something's happened that's dramatic.
But I wasn't there to do it.
Okay, but let me finish, please. But you already did it, and then it happens again and again and again, and your wife is in there saying things about it too, and they're answering her, then they're answering each other, and that's where the chaos happens. Now, I'm not saying you have that intent, but it does happen when people get off.
I will say that multiple people writing horrific things in that chat that nobody engages with. But why are me and my wife important?
Yeah, I've never cussed your wife or done any of that kind of stuff.
My question doesn't change.
You were doing the same.
Please,
Now
why does it continue, Emily? I'd like you to answer that question. Because
I
I feel like
did.
you're not answering
Did you hear me?
No,
I'll
I didn't.
answer it again for you.
What?
If you'll
Okay,
be
good.
quiet a moment. You have to be quiet for me to answer it. Okay. I said that once that stuff gets started, then it spirals because it becomes dramatic. People have
Does it have to?
opinions. Okay, I'm not finished. People have
I
opinions.
know, but I don't need the rest of the answer. I just need to know, does it have to? Because what you're doing is you're justifying it.
You're
but I'm
not going to tell
asking
me
you
how to
justify it.
answer. Pardon you.
I am, because
No,
what
you're
is you're
not.
telling me how to question. My question is not what you're
I'm
answering, which makes you
disengaging.
dishonest.
This is not normal.
Well, please, this is not what my question. You're not engaging me. All right, DNW, can I ask you the question?
One second. No. 1 second. Let her finish her point before you ask the question.
All right, well, it's not what I'm asking, which is
all
narcissistic,
you
but I
have to
will.
do is let her finish.
This is a control thing. This is a control thing, and it's a behavior.
Not necessarily. Like he
No,
could
no,
have
Or
ADHD
I'd be able
and
to
generally
finish.
have trouble following. But
No, he knows when he's not letting
No,
somebody
nine
speak.
tails. They think they know better, and they're doctors, and they can just justify their narcissistic tendencies towards me. I'm not talking to me.
Guru,
just Nine Tails.
this might be a
Now I'm a
situation where it'd be
narcissist like
easier to
everybody
get
else.
through
No,
this.
all right, I'll tell
It is. No, you're true.
you
You're true. I'm gonna
made
shut
your
up.
diagnosis there, Guru. Would you let Emily
Yep.
speak?
Yeah, I don't
Explain
have
what
any
she-
of those diagnoses. Thank you. But
Yeah.
I've never cursed your wife. You cursed a bunch of people. I didn't do that. Okay?
Okay.
Now, let me finish. So you asked a question and I answered it my way because I have rights and with my language, which you believe in, right? So my
No, I don't
language,
even know.
you wrote a whole article about it, which I actually agreed with, and you
No,
told
I don't
me
believe in
thank you
people
and everything
answering
else.
questions incorrectly. I believe I'm answering honestly, and I don't think you're doing that.
It's happening right now. What we're talking about.
You answering
dominate.
dishonestly, I agree with you.
You dominate the show. Okay, you dominate the show when you do
No,
this.
no, no. When someone doesn't listen to someone, they're the one dominating, not the other way around.
No,
Unless
You
someone
might not
never
be
made
able
my
to
point.
know. You might not be able to know if Emily's answering your question until she can land her plane, though. You
Exactly.
often say things that rely on you landing the plane before people can get what you mean.
And
I'm
he
highly
wants to
stimulating.
control.
That's true.
You do jump in a bit quick and don't allow people. You
I did, but so
Before
did
you let
Emily. I
your-
know it's pointing
you
at that,
just-
but I will shut up now.
You just did it. To me.
But
Perfect
you
example.
don't. You'll
So
ju-
did you.
if you would act, see you're
Okay, he's
you're
giving
turning
you
your
the
mic on
space.
and off.
Maybe
You're
you
creating
should just
chaos.
give the answer instead of now we're spiraling, right? So, Emily, this is your chance to actually answer as well.
Well, every time I try to do that, please don't interject and tell me what I'm doing because every time I do that, he turns.
I'm
his
saying it
microphone
takes
back
two to
on and off.
tango. So now you're
No, it
feeding
doesn't.
into this whole
No,
thing.
it doesn't.
And now
And
you're
I'm not
acting
gonna let you run-
controlling by
No,
your own
you're not.
definition.
No, you're not running me either. I've never made my point. Both of you are talking over me. You both know that I want to make a point. So this is going.
What you're doing right now
Can I
is
just
controlling
say?
instead
Can I
of
just
just answering.
hold on? Can I just say? Let's everybody calm down, right? I've spoken to Emily a few times now. I think she's a woman who acts in good faith. I don't think she's a shit stirrer. I don't think she has bad intentions.
I do.
Let's give her a chance, guys. Let's give
And my
her a
computer's
chance,
about
and then
to go out. I remember I wrote you a message so the battery's low, so I want to make this point really quick, guys. So whenever this gets started, it becomes the Gracie show. And he asked if it was other people's fault or not. And I said, well, to some degree, when you start drama and it starts and it becomes a big dramatic scene, then people have opinions and it's going to go on for a while. And you've certainly, with your wife in there saying things to people, created a lengthening of that drama. And then it becomes all about you, just like this is. Because I was sharing my video with the host here so that when we wrap this up, maybe you could share that because my battery is low. It's going out in 20 minutes. And we're doing this. So this wasn't what I wanted to do, but you were real happy with me 5 minutes ago. So thank you for letting me finish my point, though. That was at least, the decorum that I deserve and everybody deserves. I'm done.
Yeah, I still agree with that. I can agree with most things and disagree with one area. Is that true, Emily?
Certainly.
But you made it sound like I couldn't. Okay.
How would you feel if I turned my mic on and off and screamed at you the whole time you talked? Is this normal? It's not. And I didn't do that to you.
You're doing it right now, though. Emily,
Yeah, to
can you
illustrate
repeat
the
the
point.
question?
Guru,
Emily,
is no.
can you repeat the question that I asked you?
Are you speaking to me?
I mean,
Yeah, can you no DNW asked Emily.
no,
Emily, can you repeat the
I'm
question
not
I asked
repeating
you?
your question. I answered your question.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I'm done
narcissists say
answering
when
it.
they don't listen to you.
You're an abuser. I'm not a narcissist. Go
Oh,
diagnose
what?
yourself.
I'm the
not
abuser
me.
because I asked you to repeat
All right,
the question I
Guru,
asked you.
Guru,
You said,
Guru,
well,
Guru.
but
I'm
DNW,
done.
can I
I'm
land this, please, or not?
Have a good day.
Okay. you're not
Emily,
gonna do it.
Emily, 1 second, darling. I want to go
Yeah.
to Vital next because you were quite unfair there, Guru. Vital hasn't spoken for a long time. He speaks, and then suddenly you say he's shouting over you and he's been inconsiderate. I thought that was an outrageous slur on his
Yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't know it was Vital. I got confused. I do apologize
Guru,
about that.
that's the type of thing where I think, you know what, you're just not getting this. Everyone else can see. Everyone else has been listening for some
How is
time.
he not getting
Why-
it, though? He just admitted it was a mistake.
Well, why did he do it? That's the thing. I want to know why.
Because
he did
accidents
that.
happen.
Was that an accident, or was that an
He's
attempt
not
to slur the
I
character
said it
of
was an
Vital?
accident. Hey, Vital, do you accept my apology, brother?
Absolutely.
Thank you. DNW, got a problem there?
No, that's fine.
Okay, then we can move on. Emily.
But no,
I don't.
I mean, as an
no,
aside,
I'm
as an intellectual
disengaging, Guru.
curiosity,
Please address others, not me.
Why are you
We're done.
disengaging? That's how communication works.
she's allowed to. She's
You're
allowed
unhealthy.
to.
That is, I'm
Yeah, you're allowed to,
my
but it's
right.
still ignorant, though, isn't it?
Disengaging means you don't keep addressing.
But you said you'd answer me, but you didn't, did you? You didn't answer me. You just
Maybe when you have
narcissistically
better
overspoke me and made
behavior,
it
I
about
might
Emily
talk.
and controlled everything until Emily said, I'm not going to answer you. And yet I asked the question, I
This is
waited
what
all
you
that
do.
time and you didn't answer. Unless you think you did, tell me what the answer to my question was or what I
No,
even asked you.
Replay.
Ninetales,
You'll
can
have
you
to
see
replay
what I
it.
mean? Why I have to engage? Because they don't actually engage
Guru,
me.
Guru,
They ignore me.
Guru.
Kind of the issue here. This is kind of the issue.
Insane. It's
You are a
insane.
kettle. You're a kettle that boils over very easily, and then it's.
But
a
am I
steamer.
incorrect?
Sometimes,
So first-
yes.
So first of all, I feel like we're kind of magnifying it.
Go ahead,
I'm
Nigel.
just going to be quick. I feel like we're magnifying it by acting like it's not normal. It is normal. Also, I think Emily was a bit unfair because she keeps accusing Guru of starting drama. But most people, like I said, are just outing Guru for faults that if you pay attention, a lot of people around here actually struggle with. A lot of us are at least a bit neurodivergent around here, let's be honest.
Oh, including my.
Now,
I mean,
that's
we
right.
all have our tendencies, but I'll say that I disagree with your assessment of what I did. I was trying to talk and he was interrupting me. This is a controlled behavior, and I'm not going to engage it. The end of that.
Do you actually remember what his question was, though?
Oh yes, I answered it multiple times while both of you interrupted me. He asked me
Well,
why it continues. I'll tell you what it is. He asked me why it continues when he's gone. Now he's controlled this conversation and gotten us to re-answer that over and over again. That's what he does on Jack's show. People don't want to do that. It's not normal. I have the right to say that.
That's true.
my opinion.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. She answered your question. You asked the question. She answered it. Why
And
should
he
she have to
abusively
repeat
kept
the
me from
question?
answering it.
Because
for like
what you're
20
trying
You
to,
didn't
what you're
have to be
attempting to do,
stubborn either.
hold on. What he's attempting to do is to control the conversation to make her answer it in a different way, and I don't think that's fair.
Correct.
He could have asked another question. Rather than trying to get the answer he wanted for the past question. Guru, just ask another question. You don't have to go back insistently and obsessively to something that you've already stated, and she's
That's
given you
true.
an
I
answer.
don't have to. I wanted to. Is there a problem that I do it? If you can
It
show
does,
the problem, I'll
it
move on.
does, it does come
Could I-
across
could I
as
try to explain?
controlling and demeaning. That's how it comes across.
I don't see it like that. I see it as just finding clarity. But if it's controlling to you, then maybe my way of doing things is incorrect. I do apologize.
I mean, look, Vital, what do you think? Does it come across as strange and maybe a bit controlling and obsessive?
Yes, and I'm not trying to be a shit stirrer. I'm not trying to be a pot bubbler
And
here. But
I'm just a fucking idiot that doesn't know what he's
No,
doing.
no, 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 the thing is-
look,
the thing
hold
is-
on, DNW. Look, let me point this out. Look at what you just did, man. I got 1/3 into a sentence, and you started to reply. This is something that when people do in my real life, I feel like extremely disrespected by, because what I'm seeing is that you're formulating a thought and a reply before you've even heard all the information I have to give you, and you do that a lot.
Well, you did say a self-contained sentence, so and someone can respond to that without while still listening, right? So
Yeah, which I can do. They can't. Sorry, Nighthouse.
just because I am sympathetic to what you're going through, I think the way Guru responded with a sense of defeatism goes back to what I was saying is when you constantly put these things on display, it makes people feel like they can only do wrong. And D&W did give some constructive criticism there, and it sounded like Guru wanted to do that. And I think that's just the key thing, right? Like, if we're seeing Guru better than he was last month, then these might still be things that have yet to fully occur to him, or that he still needs to practice. So
Do you know what?
maybe we
You're right.
Can I ask
I
you
wanna
a question? If I'm doing better,
No, Guru. I want to say this is one of my favorite. Hold on, I want to say this is one of my favorite shows because we seem to be genuinely wanting to help you rather than there's no mocking. And I'm sorry if I've ever gone down that road. As I've said to you, Guru, you're a hard man to handle, and sometimes you bring out the worst of me. And I don't want to be like that. I genuinely don't want to be someone like that because at the end of the day, you're a human being. You deserve respect. And if you have genuine problems communicating and trying to socialize, it's not fair for people to, take sadistic delight in your struggles. We want to help you. It's a difficult task. We're going to try our utmost to help you say what you want to say and be heard. And that's all This is why today's panel, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I hope you are too.
Yeah, and Gracie, you calling me that, you've done that with Jack about 5 or 6 different times. I have no hard feelings about that. I know what's going on. So I've been respectful with you, I feel, throughout this conversation. And yeah.
I don't think you haven't been disrespectful. I think this is a natural process of it. I thought this was what we were supposed to do. So thank you, Emily. I do appreciate all your honest opinions. Without them, sorry.
We'll let people see and they can decide what they think. But part of changing something and pivoting is doing something that you haven't been doing. And it can be very difficult.
I might be an opponent to individuals, but I'm never your enemy, if that makes sense to people.
Yeah, I'm nobody's enemy.
So-
Nobody's doormat.
So, Guru,
Go ahead, Ninetales.
I think the way that people are right about you kind of make it by yourself goes back to that being almost too self-aware, where if you stumble a bit, then you need to explain yourself.
Do you think I don't do that?
No, I'm saying.
She's saying you do it too much.
Not accusing. I'm just requesting. Do you think I don't do that? Because sometimes.
No, you do, but you kind of over apply it. And to be fair, people. So I think sometimes it's easier to just move on without explaining every one of your idiosyncrasies.
I get you.
Sorry, what?
I said I get you. Yeah, probably.
And I get the temptation. I over-explain what I go through all the time, and then I think about it later. And I'm like, oh, I didn't need to explain all that to the person who I'm trying to get a job from, for example. So, I think I actually do kind of see what you're going through. And someone pointed out in chat, I may be biased in your favor. I am. I think that the best way to help you is to give you constructive criticism. So I think one of the best things you can do is just try to tune out anybody who can't give you constructive criticism. And if you are feeling like you're on the defensive on these things, just ask them, like, what can I actually do to make a difference? Because if you can't tell me that, then I don't know why I'm here listening to this. Because you tried to set a boundary on Jax. You said, I don't want to be psychoanalyzed. And I think that's fair. I felt like there was a lot of mind reading going on, which, to be fair, I'm doing, but again, only because I feel like I've gone through the same thing. And you can always correct me.
I get it.
And you can always correct me if I'm wrong, and then I'll try to be more careful with doing that. But so far, it sounds like I'm on the right track. So I'm just
I was going to say, you also mentioned that earlier, which I did agree to, because you had given a fair assessment of me, in my opinion. It's up to other people to decide. And I agree with most things. And to be honest, I tell everybody the same thing. I'm struggling. I don't understand why people have to make me the main attraction. I don't try to do it myself. In fact, I try to get away from it, to be honest. But I don't get it. I'm somehow making myself the main attraction all the time, and I'm.
Well, it takes two to tango, right? So that's why I'm trying to find an explanation where.
I'd like to answer that statement if I could have a moment. It doesn't always take two to tango, like with Jack and Gracie when he's not doing anything wrong and it spirals out of control. It's not always two people tangoing. If I'd attacked Gracie, I would say that it's not two to tango. If I'd actually attacked him, that would be very different than what occurred. So sometimes it's one person doing something.
It's an oversimplification, and I don't mean to say it's 50-50, but what I am saying is that we always have control at the end of the day to at the very least walk away.
You can disengage, or which I would try to do, and they had a problem with that as well. So that's just it. Everybody has rights, and there's sometimes one thing works and another thing doesn't.
Oh yeah, that was the question. Is you said about disengaging with people or people who can't help you. I don't want to. You said something like that. You can refresh my memory or something like that. But that's the part I have difficulty with. I find it so difficult to walk away from people. It's like I feel like I'm a failure if I don't succeed.
Can I say one thing?
Have you ever?
It's liberating to be able to do that, because you shouldn't feel beholden to anybody on this planet that isn't offering you respect, isn't offering you a willingness to understand you or to get to know you. Maybe this is part of your problem, is you're very needy, and you somehow have to. And this is probably also related to why you over-explain and you try to bend over backwards for people to try and see that you're not a threat, or you're good-natured. Maybe you just have to care a little less about what others think of you.
It's difficult for me, but
it's in a very nuanced way, because you have to care about them in the manner that you communicate, because you have to communicate effectively. But you have to stop worrying about whether they like you or not.
I have no idea what you just made a paradox. You said to do something, it's like A is A and not A at the same time.
Yeah, I know. This is what I said. It's nuanced. You have to.
But I don't understand what you're saying then.
Communicate.
I think
clearly.
making it about people liking him might be throwing it off, right? Because I agree, but
I don't want to care about people liking what I'm talking about.
Look, can I just say, Ninetales has already come on here before and said they're neurodivergent, and I think this is wonderful because they're offering you some wisdom gained from life experience of walking a similar path, and this is why this is gold here. This is gold because Ninetales is proof of concept in many ways. Go ahead, Ninetales.
No, okay, quick, just answer Ninetales. Just so DNW understands, yes, I agree with him. Right now, I don't want to tell you how much I'm in love with you and how much you're helping me because I want to stay on this panel. I don't want to tell you how much I want to cry inside that someone is trying to help me. I want to leave that till later and stay on this panel. But yes, DNW was right. Thank you very much. If I haven't expressed it, I will in time because right now I am blessed to have an individual like you that's helping me. Even though I have said I'm still stick with that Emily's also tried our shut up.
Oh yeah, no worries. And see, like I tried to speak, you kept speaking, so I just kind of let it roll off. And I think that's the key thing there. Instead of it being about whether or not people like you, it will come down more to you kind of just got to let things slide and realize things aren't as big of a deal in this space at the end of the day, because none of us are really that big of a deal at the end of the day. That's kind of more self-deprecating.
Okay, speak for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I can see when
Guru, can I say one other thing to you?
I have to go, unfortunately. So just really quickly, I want to say I think everybody here means well, and I said that to Jack and the other person's name I can't recall at the moment. I'm thinking Sophia, but it's something else. And you know, I think the key thing here is, Guru. I get that for you, it's natural to wear your heart on your sleeve and kind of just tell people who you are up front, but just bear in mind. With certain groups of people, and even those who might mean well, you can kill people with kindness. You might be making yourself vulnerable, right? So it might be good to like meter or mediate how much you actually put on the table right off the bat. It's just kind of what I've generally learned. But thank you for having me, and now I'm going to grace you all with my absence.
Thank you,
Cosmic Fox,
Cheers,
as always,
Fox.
being with us.
Quickly, Guru, I have a question that I've been wanting to slide in for a little while. Do you think that maybe there's a possibility you could be brimming with parasitic demons that are trying to ruin your life and health by hijacking your own behavior?
No, it's a 100% fact.
I love you, man. That's awesome.
DNW, I do have to go. My battery's dying, but I saw your message about talking about the case in the video that I gave you later in the week.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for having me on. Gracie, yep, I don't want you to have any anxiety over anything. I'm the kind of person that it is what it is, and then it can be something else, right? So, Vital Vicar and everybody, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Emily. It was a pleasure and an honor. Thank you for dropping by, and I look forward to our next chat.
Sounds good.
But you know, as a bloke, and I think Vital will agree with me here. There is a danger, isn't there, Vital, of someone like Guru bringing out the worst side of us. That little bit of devilment, that little bit of childish kind of banter, where we might perhaps act in a demeaning way towards him, because you know, at the end of the day, we're just little children, and inside, and we're like big boys having fun and laughing and joking, but it's really not that funny. It's really not that funny. This is someone who's struggling, suffering, and but he does, Vital, I'm being honest here, sometimes he brings that out, doesn't he? Do you get what I'm saying? And it's something he has to understand, that all humans are capable of this. And if you act in this way, it's going to attract attention. And sometimes that, more often than not, it's going to be negative. It's going to be attention that isn't. Look, if people are being negative towards you, cajoling, and you know, maybe laughing at what you're saying, you know, it's not all bad. There's something to learn there. You have to learn, well, why are they doing that? Why is this happening to me? Maybe I have to modify the way I talk. So it's not, I'm not saying that Vital or me are bullying you when we have a go at you. It's more kind of like brotherly banter, but you do have to appreciate that this is what you're attracting. Am I right, Vital?
Yeah, when you put yourself out on the limb, you do attract that because whether it be from brotherly banter or just sort of the thrill of wanting to be better than some other person in some way and take a pot shot at them. I experience a similar thing on here, but in a different way because sometimes I come on in here in just a trollish mood and I'm calling people out. Sometimes I'm saying shit I don't even necessarily believe. I'm just stirring the pot just for fun to get the conversation
I've done it
going
too.
again. Yeah, but Guru, you're doing it like with an open heart and not from a sense of humor. You're doing it from a sense of heart, and so what you're doing is putting your heart on the table for somebody to smash with a baseball bat. So
Is that
but
bad
it,
then?
yeah, I mean you really do put your heart on your sleeve and then
And this is the problem here.
and
You know,
aggressively.
Yeah.
Hold on, I
Why
gotta
is it
cut
a
out for
problem?
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay, and Ricardo says he would laugh at Carl because he's too deep and mysterious. You see, this is it. Whilst I have that side to me, Guru, and I'm being honest here, I have that side to me that could like tear you up and you know, make a joke of it. I don't want to do that to you
You're putting up
anymore.
me things that you just said.
I said, whilst I have that side to me that can do that kind of tearing you up and making a joke of you, I don't want to do that to you. Okay, but you have to understand you can bring that out of other people when you incessantly act the way you do.
Sometimes
And
I'll bring
I'm
it to you.
sorry. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to help you. I care about you. I don't want you to suffer, mate. You know. Do you
I
understand,
don't
brother?
suffer. Only to the point
Sorry?
of suffering. Yeah, I don't suffer anybody. But
You don't suffer.
I agree with you.
I've seen you cry. I've seen you do all these things. You know,
That's not
I've seen
suffering
you.
to me. Right? Yeah, that's just emotion, passion, momentary thing. But suffering is a long-term thing, right?
Right. Okay. Well, I don't want to annoy you to the degree that you know you
Yeah, you do.
have a breakdown.
Yeah, you do.
No,
You're
I
right.
don't. I don't.
Oh,
I really
I-
look. I don't want to do, Guru. I could do that to you right now if I want to, but I don't want to do it. Do you
thank you.
understand?
Appreciate it.
I
I
don't
do
want to
now.
do it to you because I want to help you be the better version of yourself. Which, by
Oh,
the way, me
I
doing that.
understand
Hold on, Guru. Me doing that makes me a better version of myself. Do you understand the beauty of it?
I do, and to be honest,
So there
I was
you
just
go.
testing you. And to be honest, I didn't say at the end of it, you are a little bit of a trickster there. So I was just testing you, and you doubled down. So I'm saying, okay, I was mistaken. I apologize. I was just seeing if you was pointing me up or not. I was being rude. I apologize.
No, but I don't want to be like that. But you know, as I say, you can wind people up to the degree you make them like that, and unfortunately, that does a disservice to you because as I think Vital put it so wonderfully, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You're trying to do something positive, okay? And I don't want to stop you doing that. I don't want to be the person who derails you from your mission. I would like to help you, okay? But I do think you really have to start thinking seriously about the concerns that people are showing you in relation to your communication style, because it's not you. By the way, you have to remember this. It's not you that's the problem. It's just how you're representing yourself. Okay. So basically, when you communicate, right, and you're communicating to others, I believe I've heard this a long time ago. There's 3 things you have to think about. Okay. That's the first of all, if you're trying to say something, if you're making a claim about something, you have to show credibility to some degree. Yeah. Why you're saying it. Yeah. Why we should believe you. Okay. Some people do that by talking about their academic background or maybe their life experience. Okay. Look, the other thing you have to do is you have to emotionally connect to people. Okay. I think you're quite good at that at times. All right. That's very important. Okay. And being able to emotionally connect, because humans are emotionally led beings. We like to think we're reasoned animals. In actual fact, it's emotions that hold the sway. Okay. Third thing, you know, the logos, the logic, the reasoning. You've got that. You know all about that. But the problem is, I believe you've got to work on the pathos, how you're emotionally resonating with people, and part of that is being calm. Part of that is being empathetic and letting others talk, waiting your turn. You can do this. You know, I know you say you're autistic, but you've got a sense of humor. You know, I've seen it in you. You've got emotional ability to connect to others, and you also know what's going on. I know you question things, maybe you go too deeply, but with you can understand what's going on. Okay, you're not completely lost in that regard. Yeah. So have a think about how, if you're trying to convince people, go to like the ethos of it. Like how are you? Why should we believe you? Why are you a credible source for information? When you're trying to persuade people, start talking about your background. What makes you? And this is for, you can write this down for your lectures. What makes you the person we should be listening to? Yeah. Try and put that into your argument. Okay. So you might talk about your metacognition, your life experience. And you have done that before. Like, I've seen little seeds of this everywhere. So you spoke about your terrible upbringing, your violent dad, and how this, instead of repeating the trauma, for some reason, a little light bulb went off in your head that made you want to be different. And made you want to be someone who did things properly rather than in the incompetent way that your dad did it. I'm not saying your dad was a bad man, and I'm sure you wouldn't say that either, but he didn't know what you know. So, yes, show why you're credible.
Yeah.
Emotionally connect to people. All right. Emotionally connect to people. Lead with your emotions. Emotionally connect to them. Bring them with you. Make them understand. And then, use your logic, but also tell it as a story. I think that's going to help you, because you're struggling with your communication. I think if you tell your message as a story, that might give you an arc. That might give you a framework to utilize, because otherwise it's going all over the place, mate. So if you can tell, when you're talking to us, talk in stories. Try to explain things as a story, as a parable, rather than making these points that get lost because they're so complex.
Could I try now?
Tell stories.
Yeah, could I try that now?
You can.
Yeah, sure. I think I got everything you said. I'm quite on board. I agree with most of it. I do have this one issue that's niggling me, and that is, I remember stories being told to me as a child about once upon a time in America, the great men had these amazing ideas that were truthful, and everybody said, we would engage in them, but because your skin is black, we don't want to. So maybe try to think about changing the color of your skin, and we would engage your work. And the men just said, why can't you just engage my work because it's true, not because of who I am? And I feel I don't understand the difference to what you're saying and what they were saying to these individuals. Because they were black, their work wasn't worth it, because to them they were seen as lower than society. And that's why I feel it's been happening to me, is because I'm autistic and I can't present myself well. You're saying the work I put in elsewhere is not worth looking at because the man who did it is not desirable. Is that what you're saying, or am I getting that incorrect?
No, that's not what we're saying.
I apologize. I must have misheard you.
They're not saying it's because you're autistic. There are millions of people, or billions of people perhaps, who are autistic, and
why can't they disengage with my work and not me then?
Well, you see, there's been autistic people on this show who have
that doesn't answer my question, does it?
Who have written books and who have written articles that thousands of people.
Yeah, they're different to me. Don't compare me to them. It's unfair.
No, but I'm just saying you can't play the disability card here.
I know I can't. All I'm asking is, why can't individuals read my work for my work and not because of me? I'm autistic. I can't represent my
because
work.
You're the public face of it. You're
and once upon a time, the black authors were public face of it, and because they were black, they wouldn't read their work.
I've tried to explain this to you.
But you're not explaining it to me, and I'm asking.
Calm down, brother.
I'm telling you how you can help me.
Calm down.
You like to hear how you can help me?
I'm going to explain it.
Tell me how you can help me.
I'll explain, then you reply. All right. No one knows you from Adam. Nobody has ever heard of you before.
You do, though.
You came on this show, right? Like as in, they never heard of me before I came on this show as well. So we are the representatives of whatever it is that we have to say.
You're lying.
Whatever we have to say, we are the representatives. Sorry?
I'm saying this is deception. You're talking about when we first met together, but my question wasn't about that, and you're misleading people.
I'm saying to you.
Can I say my question again, please?
Yes.
My question was simply this. Does it matter who the author is if the work is correct?
No, it doesn't matter. Like
then I ask you to give me that respect. It doesn't matter who I am.
The character of the author doesn't matter. De facto, I agree with you if the work is correct. But
are you saying the character of this author is the thing that's stopping you from reading my work.
I would say yes.
Then you are saying then the character of the author depends on whether
No,
you read their work or not.
because look.
You
the point
can't. It's
is-
not A and not A. It's reading.
No. You listen to me for one moment now. You've made your point. And you disagree with me very strongly. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why I think it may be the case in this instance, even if it is unfair. And let me try to explain this. Please don't butt in. Okay.
I won't.
So yes, you are entirely correct. An author's character may be wholly inappropriate, terrible, but their work may be correct, true, and have virtue. In that, if it is applied, if people live by the way of the words within the book, the world will be a better place. I agree that maybe that I agree that can happen. Okay. Now, the difference between that scenario and the one here before me with your work is you're the first representation of your work. You are coming on the show talking. I would say the same thing. I would say the same thing about anybody who I met them. I met them before their work. Look, there are many philosophers out there that might have been arseholes or authors that I've read their work and I thought, yeah, that resonates with me. But I wouldn't necessarily have liked them as a person. And it may be if they had come on the show, I'd be saying the same thing about them. I would be repulsed by their attitude and demeanor, and I wouldn't read their work. But the point is, I came across their work before I came across them as a person. And the unfortunate thing for you is we came across you as a person before your work. And that is why, Guru, you're having a difficulty getting us to read your work. Because we came across you as an individual, and we found you intolerable, incoherent, and we found you demeaning, disrespectful.
What's that going to do with my work?
Well, this is the thing. It's not.
It's
not as simple. It's more nuanced than you're saying, because whilst an author's work can be better than he is,
yeah.
The unfortunate situation here is we came across you first, and we find
that's important because you decided.
We find you to be, let's just say.
What is that going to do with my work? What's that going to do with my work?
We find you to be as mad as a box of frogs.
I'm an asshole.
That is not persuading us to bother reading your work. And I'm
but
sorry,
you just said an author's character shouldn't persuade you to read their work. You just told everybody that.
Hold on. Can I just tell a short little anecdote?
Am I making any sense to you?
You are, and I want to try to distill it a little bit. There's an anecdote from the book of Lemmy, the lead singer of Motorhead, from his autobiography.
What a legend he was.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a part in there where he's talking about what it takes to be successful in the music business and how people misunderstand this. And he's saying that everybody thinks that because you're a great artist, you're going to become recognized in the music industry. But what he's pointing out is that the people who get recognized in the music industry, and one of the reasons that he was popular is because he was good at going out and meeting people and getting to know people and becoming like a institution that people wanted to be around. And one of the examples, hold on, let me just finish the example. The example that he uses is Eric Clapton. He says everybody wants to be Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton's a loner. He sticks to himself. He doesn't have a great attitude, and he's not a party networking kind of guy. But he was so great that people sought him out. But that was Eric Clapton, and you're you. So you got to package your shit a little more.
Michael, see what you're doing, but is the category. Don't apply it to me. I get what you're saying. I was listening. Let me explain.
Guru, I'm going to put you backstage for a moment. I'm going to bring you right back on. Because I want Vital to answer this question that I had for him, and that is, he's trying to say that his work stands for itself and it's better than what we're making out. He is the author, but his work is what matters. And I'm saying, whilst that may be true, it may be true. I'm granting. In fact, I think that is true, that the work will often be better than the author in its virtue. Okay. And what it presents and what it offers to the world. But the point is, when I say better than the author, I mean better than the author's conduct. Okay. personal contact.
Well, the problem is that even if the work speaks for itself, he's on here speaking for the work.
Yes. And this is my point here, Vital. I'm saying he is the first, he's the face of his work. He's the first thing they're coming into contact with. And if he can't present himself in a manner that shows coherence of thought, respect, that shows, you know, a mark of intellect that persuades people to want to read his book, then he's doing his own work a disservice. And he, you know, quite frankly, he would have been better off not coming on the panel. He might be better off staying in live chat and just sharing the work. And that sounds really harsh, but I'm just trying to make a point. I don't think he's a lost cause. I think he has the potential to become a wonderful communicator. By the way, I'm not saying I am. I'm still working on it. And I think this is what he has to concentrate on. He's coming on here, lambasting everybody, whipping everybody for not reading his work. And he still can't get it into his head that he is the salesman. He is the public face. He is what people are looking at when they're judging whether they should spend their time doing something he is compelling them to do. And if he is not able to compel them to do that, then clearly it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. His public persona is to blame. Go ahead, Vital.
Yes, and to finish my anecdote from the Lemmy book, he was saying that, you know, everybody wants to sit in their room alone and write the great guitar solo and have people seek them out. And that's not the way that it works. You have to bring that to the people. And one of the ways that you have to do that is to be I don't want to say a people person, but you have to know how to put your message in a package with a bow on it. And I think that this is a great opportunity, Guru, because we have this panel here that runs 2, 3, sometimes more times a week, and we can come here and use each other as a sounding board of almost zero consequence. I'm not saying that to be insulting. I'm saying
but it's true. It's true. It is true. It is true. It's a kind of we're benefiting from being underground here. Personally, we can develop our and by the way, this works for me as well, Guru.
And Guru,
it's how to develop our communication.
And and you can use this place as a way to mold that package so that you can get your message out better.
I appreciate that. I'd like to respond though when the time is given to me. So let me know when it's my turn to speak, and
I'm done.
No, you didn't have to ask that question. I mean, it's that's another thing. You don't have to ask permission.
I would like to, if it's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I like everybody's saying, but I'd like you to go and find an instance of me pushing my work on anybody, which I didn't see you said you did, but it's just not true. What happens is, and I would like you to look at this. The only time I ever bring up my work is this: when people who've had access to read my work, to understand me better, refuse to do it, and then they talk about me where they're straw manning me because my work is present for them to get the correct answer, but they refuse to engage in work that I've done for them, and they say, you must explain your life work, your whole language, your whole logic, everything here and now, but you can't take over the show. And I'm like, it would take me 2 fucking days to explain it all to you, but it's all there. But you will say, I don't have to go and ask Grok to read it to me so I can listen to it over years. I don't have to look at what metacognitive IQ and your struggles are, but I can come on you and claim that all this stuff about you and say it's true. And all I say is, can't you just go engage with the work and understand if it's true? Why have you got to come here and make all these claims and shame me, put all this pressure on me when I've already done the work? And all you have to do is go and ask Grok to read it to you. And it will tell you, and ask Grok, how is this person? It's all there for you to find out. But Jack has had weeks to do this, so has DNW and everybody, and they still say, no, I won't go read your work because I don't like you. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Maybe you can help me, Vital. What am I doing incorrect? When I say to people, my work is there, you can't claim these things if my work is there and not read it and still claim these things. That's illogical and it's dishonest. If the work is there for you to read and engage with and it's got provability and everything in there, and you say, I'm not going to read that work that you've done to explain yourself and communicate with us. I'm just going to tell you, you have to come in here and explain 45 years of difficulties, multitude, you have to do it in 60 seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to say you're taking up all the air. You have to explain to me how I'm supposed to do that. Otherwise, I don't agree with you.
I don't know if that's necessarily my assertion here. I think
it's not your assertion. It's my question.
Can I even ask a more pertinent question? Maybe.
No, please
And
could
that
you
is-
just answer my
is
question
that-
because
is
I
that even
think I
his
was polite.
job?
I think
Is
that's
that
right. Can you
even
just,
his
you would
job?
answer me. Okay,
Is that
Michael, see,
even
this is
his
what happens.
job to
No one will
tell
answer
you?
me.
No, he's gonna answer your question, but as a little sideshow, as I'm allowed to do on my own show, is it even anybody's job to tell you, you know, what to do, how to do things? I mean, the truth is, whether you like it
if
or
you
not,
do it.
Guru, we're all in this terrible, strange existence where people are trying to scramble for meaning and to provide
This
value
completely, Michael,
for
can you
their
see what
life.
they're doing? You're
And
opposite
if
my
you
point.
can't
My
do
point
it,
was simple.
other
Can you
people
just
will.
address my point first, Drain W?
Yes.
This is going off my point. Address my point first. My point was, thank you, Michael.
I think there is a. Hold on, give me about 5 seconds. I need to
No,
figure
it's
out.
okay.
how to post
I get you. My question was, if I spent months building answers for all these questions for people just to engage with prior to, why won't they do it if it's a great way for them to communicate with me and then come on show and shame me because I have difficulties and I'm doing everything? Do you know I've written 14 papers to Steelman Jack's positions to ask him, is this what you mean? Because off screen I can do it in my own privacy, but then he'll send me a message. I can play the voice from it and say, Gracie and DNW's your Danny Shine say the same thing. You Steelman me better, you know me better than anybody. But because I have verbal communication difficulties, they'll abuse that and I don't know what to do and I'm begging for help, but they won't help me. And I'm saying, you can simply engage with the 12 different metaphysical papers I wrote to say all my difficulties and understand me, but you say, I don't have to read that. You need to explain it to me and you need to do it in like 60 seconds. Otherwise, we're going to say you're taking up all the air and I can't do that. So explain to me, I'm between a wall and a hard place. Can you not see that? In fact, Michael, can you see how I'm between a wall and a hard place?
I can, and I'm on a timer here because I've got to break off and start getting dinner together and stuff.
And help me. If you can see, help me.
Here's the biggest piece of advice that I could give you, and I'm not being flippant when I
And
say
it's
this.
for me. It's not for anybody else to actually read his work, engage with it, and you better understand him. It's you, Gracie. You haven't done enough. Okay, Vital, I'll listen to you. Sorry.
I empathize with that feeling because as the head of a household, which you are also, you get that a lot. The answer to all your problems is that you must do better and not the world around you, right? I'm pissed off about that currently in my life a little bit. But here's the truth, and this is what you need for your own soul.
By the way, I get what you're saying, Vital, but for my opinion, is I've done 99% of the work, and other adults, not children or family member, other adults won't do more than 2%, in my opinion, and I can prove that.
What you need to do.
No, please engage with my point, not a watered down version, because that is my exact point. My point to you, Vital, is I think I'm doing 99% of the work and other adults won't even fucking do more than 2%. That is my claim. And I'm saying I can prove it. Why won't you guys say, he has actually, he's done 99% of the fucking work and we won't do 2% and read it. You don't have to read it. You can ask Grok to read it to you. If that's available to everybody, why won't they do it? Just explain to me why they won't do it.
One of the reasons is exactly what you're doing right now. You are
which is what, being frustrated that I'll listen to you, but you won't listen to me. Okay, fuck it.
No,
yeah,
because
I'm frustrated that I do 99% with fuck this. I'm not engaging. DNW, no. I think this is dishonest, Vital, but I will listen to you now. I'm going to shut up. But I think you're being dishonest, so you know my opinion.
You are giving a perfect example of why people don't want to engage with you.
And you give a perfect example of why they do it because they're ignorant of me. Because I made multiple points and you haven't addressed them. And yet, for some reason,
because when I open my mouth, you jump immediately.
And just fucking address the point. Why won't they fucking read my work?
Because listen, I look at what you're doing right now. I am attempting.
Yeah, I get frustrated after the fact, not before the fact. Fuck you. You're making a
did
policy.
You
I wasn't
weren't-
like this to start with, Vital. This is the end result.
This
when
is
I started,
exactly
I was
what you've
perfectly fucking
always
fine.
been like.
No, you can't say when we pushed you to the end. And we're going to use this as an example. Fuck you, Vital. That wasn't the case in the beginning. Why didn't they first read my work, dickhead? That's what I'm asking.
Why are you so mad at me right now?
Because
man?
you're not listening to me. That's why. That's why I'm doing it. Because
You're
I'm
not
asking
letting me get a word out edgewise.
No. I won't let you I won't let you my question is simple.
Sir.
Ready? I'll start again, Vital, and then I'm going to shut up.
I tried to answer your
No,
question
it's not
twice.
you. It's not you. It's me. I agree with you. I'm stressing and I'm calming myself down. Sorry, Vital. I'm going to bring myself down. It is me. Vital. My question is simple. I was never like this to start with. This is an end result. And if this is what I was like to start with, I'd agree with you. But if I had been loving and wonderful, and I'd done everything in my power to try and understand everybody else. And all I said was, you have weeks, guys. All you have to do is read this and you'd understand me. And everybody else says, we won't read this, Guru. You must agree with us. How is it you're fucking giving me the shit for this? I don't get it. It doesn't
I'm
make
not
sense to
giving
me.
you the shit
Either
for it.
shut up now.
You must come to terms with the fact that other
Fuck
people.
you with your must. Stop telling me what I must do. Tell me what you think. You see, you're going, you must. Fuck you, Vital. Every time you say that, I'm going to call you a cunt. No, I mustn't do nothing. Speak to me properly. Don't tell me what I must or must not do. I'm not telling you that.
If we were sitting at a table right now and you were speaking to me like this,
yeah, what would you do? Go on,
this
people.
would
Tell me
cause,
what you do. Tell me what you would do, Vital. You're going to threaten me right now.
I'd walk away because you're being a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'd probably walk away from you first.
Do you listen to yourself?
Do you listen to yourself?
I can't because you're cutting me off every time.
Yeah, I can't because you're cutting me off too and you're not listening to me.
All right. I have more effective conversations with my 6-year-old.
Yeah, I have more effective conversation with my fucking 3-year-old moron. I can fucking do stupid things again, Vital, you prick. I can wind up and say, I have more effective conversation with a child. You said that first, dickhead, and everybody heard you. And tomorrow I'm going to make a fucking big deal of it to show that I got a...
Yeah, and you know what? Hey, listen, buddy. When I come on this panel, people listen to what I fucking have to say.
Yeah, you're used to that. I knew you wanker. You don't like listening to other people.
When you come on this panel, everybody thinks you sound like a fool.
No, they don't. They talk to me. You know, Jack's show spent fucking hours talking about me. Why did they do that, Vital?
Because I'm frustrating
interested, unlike you. Yes, I know.
Frustrating creature.
Yeah, no, I do it on purpose.
Dude, listen, I was doing your...
You're a frustrating creature as well, Vital. Do you know that?
Yes, because 4 years ago,
so why is it okay
I was the one on this program doing what you're doing.
Vital can be one, but I can't. Can I? Can I be frustrating like you, Vital?
Can you let me answer your question?
No, because you won't answer mine.
What?
Huh?
Is English your second language?
Oh, am I being a druggy prick?
I'm not being an asshole. No, I'm trying to understand you.
Language.
Okay,
English
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I apologize. English is my second language.
Okay.
That's a genuine question. I didn't say that. I thought he was mocking.
All right.
I apologize. That part.
Sir, with all respect, can I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Something that is essential to your own peace is understanding.
Don't tell me about me. Tell me about you.
You're asking me about you.
No, I'm asking you about you, brother. I'm literally doing that. I'm saying, don't talk about me. I don't want you to psychoanalyze me. Tell me from your point of view. What makes
people... Hold on. This is one of the things that you do.
And it's one of the things you do. You tell me, stop psychoanalyzing me and just fucking talk, you wanker. Stop telling me what I am. I'm not doing it to you. Can you do that?
He wonders why people don't want to talk to him.
No,
do you know what I'm going to... I don't know if you're willing to do this, guys, but do you want to turn on your cameras and maybe make this more human? Because I know you guys don't mind turning on your cameras. It might make it more...
Look, I need to go.
You're actually talking to a human being here, guys. You're
no, that's not going to help. I need to go cook dinner, and I want to give this guy... No, what would help?
You're not a good prick, and I can prove it. Do you know why I can prove it? Because you keep telling me about me, and I'm not telling you about you. Can you explain yourself without telling me? Just don't tell. So long as you're not telling, I will listen.
You need to...
You! Stop fucking telling me!
Dude, shut up.
Oh, you just told me to shut up. Can you actually speak without fucking telling someone what to do? I'll listen to you if you just give me advice.
I have been trying to answer your question for like
good
15
for you, but now that you failed, now I'm giving you time.
I'm
giving you time to proceed. You don't even tell me my fucking failures, you prick. Just talk to me. Give me advice. I'll listen to you. You don't have to tell everybody what I've been doing. I know I'm an asshole. I admit I am. I'm a narcissistical prick. Are you listening to me? But I can learn if you give me advice without telling me. You also act in narcissistic.
But I'm not. I can only give you advice about me. I can't give you any advice about you, right? That's one of the parameters.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Tell me what works for you, so I know it can work for me.
Here's something that works for me. Caring less about what other people think about my beliefs. I do not come on here on a crusade to get people to understand my philosophy. You must understand that no one
I must. Fuck you!
You're a child.
Don't tell me what I must do. You can't do it, can you? You're a narcissistic prick. You can't even give your thoughts about telling me what I must do. I'll give you another chance. I'll give you a fucking another chance, you prick. Do it without telling me what I must do. Give me advice on what you think you do that it can help me. That's how non-narcissistic assholes do it, like me.
Here's what I would do if I were you, okay? I would allow people to finish their sentences. I would not immediately raise my voice and tell them to fuck off and that they're cunts. I would process the information that they're giving me and formulate a response that is based off of that and not immediately based off of throwing back some kind of insult that or shouting that is going to like shout them down. You will not let people talk, and it makes people not want to
telling me
converse
what
with
I'm
you.
fucking doing again. What a wanker. Shut up, you narcissistic prick. Go tell someone else what to do.
You're asking me for advice about your
No,
life.
I'm asking you advice on what works for you, not me. Stop telling me what to fucking do, you prick. I don't want you to tell me what to do.
This is not
how fucking hard is it, you low IQ prick? Don't tell me what to do. Just tell me what works for you, and I'll listen.
Look,
I told
buddy,
you I will listen to you. But
this
you
is
can't.
not the way. This is not the way that adult men speak to each other.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you say. You're a child to me. I disagree with you.
Okay, well that's a joke, but
well,
I want to say, Guru, I love you to bits, but this is more example.
I don't care what you say.
This is actually embarrassing.
Yeah, for you, not for me.
It is embarrassing for me because I'm sitting here wasting my time.
Are you embarrassed, Vital? You fucking child, you're embarrassed.
Is that greasy?
It is.
I thought so. Yeah.
So I think that what we have here is an extremely clear.
I think we have a little embarrassed little bit. I'm embarrassed. Fuck you, Vital, you embarrassed little cunt. I'm embarrassed. Go back to
guys. I just want to say, guys, hold on. We have the therapist.
He's a fucking bitch.
Guru, I'm going to mute you for a second. We've got the therapist here. The therapist. I don't know who this is. What do you want to say? The therapist. Maybe they're going to help.
I don't need some scrawny European dude telling me I'm a bitch. Okay.
And yet you'll interrupt therapist. You fucking girl.
The therapist.
Okay,
would you
so
like to...
the mistake that the Vital is making is actually talking to Grazy Guru.
Correct.
You don't talk to a narcissistic bully.
Correct.
And a psychopath. You just ignore them.
You are 100% correct, and that is why I said I'm embarrassed because I've
wasted
my time.
I already proved he's a false prophet a couple shows ago. Like I already put him to the test. He's a false prophet.
And now, hold on. Now that we're speaking openly, hold on. I have one more thing to say before I go. I have one more thing to say before I go.
Al, can you choose the prophet? Are you the
I have one more thing to say before I go.
Yeah,
not only do people not want to listen to your message because
you're talking about all people, you narcissistic prick, you? What a fucking asshole. I get to speak for all people. Stop getting the word people out of your mouth, you fucking asshole. You don't speak for people. You don't speak for people. Get the word people out your mouth, you fucking narcissist.
Dude,
you want civility, but you give none. Come on.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I don't care. I literally don't
care.
That's the problem, dude.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Hold on. I need to speak before I leave.
Vital, you're also a narcissist, bro. You just won't admit it. I'll tell the truth. Vital is a fucking narcissist and won't admit it. Go on, Vital. Tell them you're not a narcissist, Vital. Tell them you're not one, you lying prick. Go on, say, I'm not a narcissist.
I say I'm a narcissist on here all the time, you fucking
good
retard.
Man. Yeah. So what's the problem with me? So you're a narcissist, you Vital. What does that mean?
Having a shit contest for no reason, bro. Can you have some sense?
I'm trying to leave the panel cordially, and I want to say something.
You're trying. You're fucking failing. What a fucking failure at life.
Dude,
he can't press the red button, everybody.
Greasy,
he can't press the red button. Press the red button. You
Greasy, I'm never gonna call you a guru because you sure shit don't behave like one.
Press the red button.
Are you drunk?
What a fucking long. Press the red button, but there, Vital. You just press it and leave. Fuck off.
Are you drunk again?
Is this a high school class where we just talk over each other?
Off, Vital. The red button there. You trying and failing. You can't press that red button. You tell me, Vital. Can you press the red button?
I have something. Vital,
can you press the red button, Vital? Vital, can you press the red button, Vital?
The fact that you
can you press the red button? You fucking retard. You low IQ prick. The red button. You're still here. You said you wanted to leave. You lying cunt. Narcissists do that. Say I'm gonna leave if you don't fucking listen to me. Leave then, dickhead.
Are you finished?
No, are you finished? I'm not finished because you're here. Fucking.
He's
leave.
actually trying to finish talking.
Yeah,
Michael, will you just leave? No, I don't want him to finish talking. I want him to fucking leave. He's an asshole. What a fucking lie!
This isn't
Greasy.
I
just came in. Greasy, I just came in. Why are you behaving the way that you are?
You a fucking child.
He's a big.
I am a child. I'm a narcissistic prick. I'm a narcissistic child.
So the reason
and so are you, Vital. So are you. Vital, are you a narcissist?
A false prophet doing all this nonsense.
The reason that no one wants to listen to your philosophy is because your philosophy.
No one. You speak for everyone again, do you, Vital? You speak for all people. You fucking narcissistic asshole.
The reason that no one wants to listen to your philosophy is because you're a bullshit false prophet.
Everybody. How is this the narcissistic dogma on the fight?
Yeah, you're just
Greasy. You're just an angry false prophet. I don't.
You're just a dude ranting on the internet that nobody wants to listen to.
How fucking smart he truly is, but it's a test. Right, it's the red button. How are you failing to leave the fucking panel? You fucking retard.
Mate. I really don't give a fuck.
I'm not. Well, am I your mate?
DNW, can you mute him for a minute so I can say my final thought?
I'm in shock.
I can mute myself. It's okay.
Look, Guru, you've let yourself down, brother, and I mean that with all the best intentions. I know you're going to think I'm an arsehole for saying that,
no,
but
I don't.
If you feel annoyed by other people, hold on. If you're on a mission to change the world with your book, with your writings, with your philosophy, then, brother, for fuck's sake, get with the program. You can't be so angry.
Who would want to even listen to the philosophy of somebody who acts like you?
I'm not saying
who fucking's interested in truth, you fucking low IQ idiot. See, DNW? I proved my point.
I'm not saying you don't have something interesting to say. I'm not saying you don't have anything interesting to say. I'm saying
you are, because you see, don't engage with workers.
You're failing to deploy your philosophy because of your anger and your inability to have some decorum. Have some decorum.
You're saying, DW.
Decorum, boy.
Is saying that.
This is the opposite of decorum.
This is not.
Dude, if we were in the fucking Senate, the fucking Praetorians would have fucking got at him already.
Yeah, this is the opposite of why I listen to this show. This is the opposite of why I come on this panel.
Will not engage my work because I'm autistic. I can't change who I am. I am who I am.
It's got nothing to do with your autism.
It'll never fucking
he's just Greasy's pretending to be somebody who he's not. It's why he's insecure and he's behaving the way he is.
I want to thank all of you guys.
Hereby sentence Greasy Guru to death. Now stick your head in the fucking guillotine.
Exactly what everybody else is doing.
Thank you for the conversation tonight. I will talk to you guys later. Greasy Guru, I really pray that one day you'll be able to get this anger together and you'll be able to get your message out there.
I hope I don't. No, but thank you, brother.
Okay, and then once you get your message out there and nobody fucking listens to it because you're a weird hack, then you'll see. Bye.
Greasy Guru, you've been sentenced to death by beheading.
Because I'm autistic,
stick your head in the guillotine.
It won't engage my work. Can you at least admit that, DW? You heard that.
So why are you looking for validation? What the fuck?
I didn't say anything off that.
No, I was listening. I was listening.
I didn't say anything. I didn't see the young guy get fucking stabbed and dragged across the floor. You didn't say anything, DNW. You're a lying cunt because you tell us different person.
Bro, I'm gonna have to ask you, Greasy, to remove my dad's name from your fucking account profile.
No, because what about that name? What does that mean? I actually didn't understand what you meant.
No, I know you wouldn't because you're not that guy.
Crazy, 1 second, brother. Untrackable's here. Untrackable, brother, welcome to the Finding Notes show. What do you have to say?
I mean, I would just like to say that I have not I'm not privy to what's going on. I saw the channel was doing its thing, and I figured I would pull up and I would want to say, another beautiful day to each and every one of us. So thank you for having me.
Blessings.
You're welcome, guys. I want to say one thing, a bit of housekeeping, okay? We're going to ban the C word for the foreseeable future. Don't call others C's.
Which one?
Yeah, you know what
the gender one or the racial one?
DW, could you just favor? If I said to you,
the N word's already the N word and the racial one as well, please. Yeah.
Okay, so but what about the gender one?
Basically, it rhymes with hunt. If you can't get that into your head.
Yeah. No, it's in my head. I wanted to know if it's the gendered C word or the racial C word. Yeah, don't. He just told you not to say it. Like,
yeah, I couldn't explain myself.
Yeah, well, don't say it. Guru, don't say it. You will be kicked off the show, so don't say it.
DW,
JP, do you want to come on, darling? Anybody else? Ricardo, Daniela, Alan Hill, Alyssa. Who else is there? Christo, Joe, motherfucking cool. Good to see you, brother.
Don't say motherfucker, bro. That's in my mother's.
That's his name. That's his name. That's his name.
Yeah, I know, but can someone not come on with that name and not say that word anymore? That's disgusting to me. But
you're a guest.
Okay.
Here.
Anyway, look. Let's not.
Wait. Someone else can say you can't say cunt, but I can't tell you can't tell motherfucker, which is literally fucking my mum in a cunt. Please, can we not say that word?
I've actually been working on not saying the MF word myself.
Yeah,
personally. I'm trying to swear less lately.
It's difficult. It comes habitually for me, and then people think I'm saying it from.
Well, look. Can I say something, Greasy? And this is no offense to you, bro. The main thing people were trying to tell you, nobody's gonna listen to your message.
They were trying to tell me.
Stay on that energy.
Look, I'm telling you. That's the reason why, because
you're on some aggressive energy, just ranting and talking over people. It's not going to do anything for you, bro.
But it is doing something for me. You're just telling me it's not.
No, it won't, bro.
Oh, I
don't care if it feeds your ego and your validation.
Do I get to decide that? Do I get it? Oh, do I get to decide that? Or do you get
Lips. Look, Mummy's going to put you on.
Do I get to decide that, or do you get to decide that?
Bella. Sorry.
You're not going to answer me out?
I enjoyed decorum, you know.
Is Vital still here? Wow.
You guys actively ignoring me. I literally said, does Al get to decide that for me, or do I get to decide it?
I've told you, if it worries
No
you, I
one's
want to let people say motherfucker.
When asked for the truth. You're a bunch of fucking assholes.
Guru,
Can you please stop swearing so much, okay? If you don't mind. You know, we don't all live in a world where men swear every other godforsaken world. Some of us live in a better place. I find it.
He's angry. He's angry. He's very upset.
I don't give a shit what he is.
That's why he's swearing.
Yeah, well, you know, funny when I'm depressed.
Look, it was going so well. Can I ask, has anybody watching this show, you know, for some time? Because it really was going well earlier when we had Guru, myself, Ninetales, Cosmic Fox, and Emily talking about how Guru should proceed. And let's be honest, it just went totally sideways. And I don't want to swear, but it went to the S word, S-H-I-T. It went to the shit. I'm going to say it. It went to shit. And I'm quite confused as to why exactly it spinned off in that direction. I mean, what the hell occurred? Why did it collapse into that state, Guru? Are you there, Guru? Okay, he's muted. Chickpea, how you doing? What is going on? What would you like to say to the world on the Finding Gnosis show?
Can you please stop swearing so much, actually, because you know, I don't mind the occasional F word, but you lot are at it every other word.
Okay.
And the C word, of course, because you know what? It's not a very nice thing to hear. Now, I live in the East End. Even people who live here don't talk like that. Sorry.
I thought they used the C word a lot in England.
What?
They use the C word a lot in England.
Not where I live. And I live in the East End. So I'm not right. Well, I very rarely hear it. Maybe the men here are just... I very rarely hear the C word being used. Hear it a lot on here. Trouble is, if you hear it too much, it becomes a habit. You start to use it oneself.
Yeah.
It does, if you hear it too much. It's not a word I really want to use.
If it's not illegal, why are we stopping each other from saying words that are not illegal? Isn't that infringement on free speech and gnosis?
No, I just think it's very ill-mannered,
I don't-
actually.
I'm just saying, I don't think you can call a fat program finding
And it's
gnosis.
crazy.
And then
I don't want to be
police
funny to
words
say
are
to
not
you.
illegal in your country. DNW, I think that's an infringement in my free way. It's not legal
Crazy.
to say those words in our country. So why are you posing in your chat? I think that's a fair question.
Crazy, come on, brother. I've already
Crazy.
kicked Denizen in the arse online for having
Look,
a
the
go at
Americans are not going to agree with you, bro, because they believe in free speech. If it's not illegal in my country to say so, why are you forcing it upon me?
Just some manners.
It is not about forcing. It is about manners and decorum. If you were standing
Yeah, I
in the
don't care. They're not
comments,
manners and
court-
decorum to me.
Let me finish. Let me speak. If you were standing in the comments, if you were standing
You
in the
don't do
court,
this
if
in
you were
America.
standing in
You
a
don't do
fort,
this in America.
do you interrupt
don't do
everybody?
this in
Where
America.
you
I'm sorry, no,
from?
you don't do this in America. What you do in America, you say if it's not against the law, you can say it. Is that true?
Bro, I
Guru, do you
hear
want
the
to turn your
smallest
camera on?
violin.
'Cause
If
Vital's
someone-
put his camera on. Guru,
Wait,
turn your
wait,
camera on.
Look at
Was that
here.
better?
Look at here.
Turn your camera on if you want to speak. It might slow. I have a feeling if you turned your camera on, you wouldn't act this way. Turn your camera on.
Oh, you grumpy guys.
I
Look
don't
at my
want to. Is that
hat.
okay?
Look at that
Sorry?
big old
I
boy.
tell you what, DW, I'll turn my camera on if you do.
I want to smooch the cat.
I'm not the one losing my mind.
Gorgeous.
You
This
are
is
because I'm
Bella.
not turning. All right, and you're not losing your mind. That's okay. Then I don't want to turn my camera on. Is that okay?
Well, it's up to you, but I think you'd
Oh, thank
behave
you.
less like this if you had your camera on.
Well, if it's up to me, I say no.
Okay.
Is it okay to like wipe your feet when you step into somebody else's house? Like, don't
If they
bring
request it,
bullshit into somebody else's house. Like, this isn't America. This isn't Britain. This isn't Australia. This isn't China. This is a channel. When somebody says don't do this here, it is what it is.
No, I get that's why.
So-
Surely.
So also, Greasy, if you swear too much on a YouTube stream, DNW is going to get strikes, and only certain people in the algorithm will be able to see it.
Is that
or
true,
even be
DW,
presented
if I
with
swear
it.
too much?
Yeah, it will actually slow down his reach if we swear too much on his show.
If that's true, then that is a fair reason. I didn't understand that. Is that
So,
right, DW?
like a forum in Rome, right? Let me set my example.
Can we
before
let
you
the
interrupt.
DW answer that?
Let
DW,
me set my example, my guy. If we're standing in a forum in Rome and everybody's swearing like in the common square, nothing's going to be heard, bro.
Thank you for that. I didn't need that. DW, is he correct? If I keep sweating anything, will that strike you and get
It may
get
well
views down?
affect the live algorithm of how people
Will
find the
it
show.
or not is
yeah.
what I'm asking you, brother. You understand this. Would you like me to stop swearing because of that reason? If that's true, then that's a good reason I will do so.
I would, and I'd also like you to stop swearing for chickpea.
I don't give a fuck about chickpea.
Come on, you just swore, bro.
That's
Delightful
incredibly.
manners. I must say, Crazy, you don't come across
Oh,
as a very
yeah, I
nice
did swear.
guy.
Sorry, DW, I did
say.
swear. Sorry,
You're
bro.
a
I did swear.
nasty,
I apologize.
nasty, ill-mannered little man. Do you know that?
Yeah, I am. And chickpea, you told me you was the same. Is that correct?
I'm not a little man. By definition,
Well,
I can't.
all right. The woman then. You're the woman version of me.
Are you guys going to argue, or are we going to find a topic to talk about?
I asked Chickpea a question. Chickpea, are you the female version of me? You're a nasty little woman as well, because you told me you were, and I'm confused. Are you that?
Greasy.
Yeah, I can get
Wow,
quite nasty.
let Chickpea answer for herself. Stop interrupting. Let
I
Chickpea
can
answer.
get quite nasty.
You
but I don't
interrupt
like it.
everybody, for
Thank you,
fuck's
appreciate
sake.
your honesty, babe. Thank you, Chickpea. And I agree with you. I can be like that, like you. And it's
If
because
I
I'm full
don't
of
like
hurt and
somebody,
pain.
I get very nasty to them. I'm allowed.
You do, and I appreciate your honesty, and so do I. And I agree with you. I do get like that, and so do you. But you can probably understand I'm full of hurt, so that's why I do it. And for Untrackable, I didn't say any of that stuff that you mentioned, but I appreciate you didn't say I did. My thing was just curious why I was being told. And
Can I
he
bring up
did explain it, and I thank you for bringing
Thing is
it. because I didn't
crazy.
know that would, explain it, and thank you for that.
Using the C word all the time stops people taking you seriously.
My mum and dad
You're
and all my
about-
family used to do it, babe. I just get off there and it's programmed
Finish.
into me.
Don't you ever let people finish?
Yeah, but you're saying part of me that I can't help is horrific
Greasy,
and
you are literally interrupting
Really?
everybody every 10
No,
seconds. in our
sorry.
lives.
I was just explaining that part of me was programmed into me as a child, and it's something I can't help of.
We've
I'm not
all
doing
been
it on purpose.
programmed as children. I was
When you tell me a
programmed
part of me I can't
as
help
a
is
child, but I
disgusting,
didn't
it's like
do it in
my
my
experience.
adulthood.
Okay, you call yourself a guru, but you can't calm yourself down. You're okay.
Now, Crazy, okay. Crazy. Okay, I was programmed to eat meat when I was a child.
He's no Ram Dass.
But you know, just because you're programmed as a child,
G&W, that's no.
You're saying everybody is programmed to eat right now. It's disgusting.
No, there's this one guru. I like the way he talks, bro. He's this like Indian guy, right?
but
He's
you don't
sitting there.
just do what you
And he's talking about democracy really slowly, and he's like, everybody wants democracy, but the people are retarded. Like, he does it so eloquently and speaks slowly, right? That's the kind of swearing I want to see. I want to see eloquence.
If you try and talk
See?
slow on here, you won't get a word in edgeways by definition.
I am Welsh, though. Again, you're making fun of me.
I would rather speak like the trees than to speak like.
Oh, good
freaking
man.
frogs and
Black
everything.
Hole's going to come on in about 10 minutes. He said that's great news. Fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to say that most Welsh people speak really, really fast, and it's that accent. It's just who we are, and it feels like we always get made fun of because of something we can't help, and it feels like exactly the same as making fun of someone because of their skin color. What's the difference?
Just anyone.
Oh, fuck
I
are you?
never
What?
said things. I
You're
just
making
gave-
fun of me with the. Oh, sorry.
Who the fuck is making fun, bro? You're coming up in here with an avatar of Jesus as your sigil, and then you named yourself Jesus Pantheon. You're fucking pretending to be something you're not, bro.
Well,
Enough.
that's your opinion. But you haven't
So
read
yeah,
the-
it's a factual one, a factual observation. Opinions
is
can't
that
be
factual
so.
opinion that I was making you? If he hasn't read my work, which explains this, is it factual
Look,
opinion
he's
he's making?
entitled. He's entitled to be offended by you using Jesus as your avatar. He's entitled
Yeah.
to. Whether
I
he's
didn't ask
right
you
or
if he was
wrong,
entitled to it.
whether
That's not
he's
what I
right
asked,
or
that's
wrong
good
in
to know.
his assertion that you're claiming to be Jesus is another matter. But he's
Yeah,
he's
but I'm
entitled
asking
to
if
be.
you. That's my
He's
question. I think, of
entitled.
it.
He's entitled to be aggrieved and upset with the fact.
I know
you
he's
are
entitled
acting this
to.
way.
Why are you acting like I don't know
this
that?
way. You are acting this way whilst having Jesus as your
Absolutely.
avatar. It's
Yeah,
most
it is my avatar.
unbecoming.
No, it's not.
Bro, he's giving my father a bad name, bro. I don't like it.
What are you talking about?
Isaac,
guys?
you're on the Finding Noses show. What would Isaac like to add to the conversation?
I've had my friend trip out, claim he was Jesus. We had a breakout and a fallout. We never friends again. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I don't claim to be Jesus Christ, by the way.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck you,
I
man.
didn't claim to
don't
want to
think that.
fulfill the second coming prophecy, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I am claiming that. I am claiming that. Why can't I do that?
Yeah, but you're a false prophet, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. But surely you
Oh,
should
it is
test me
true.
first. Well, you've got to test it
I already
first. surely.
have. I
Isaac,
already
Isaac,
have.
let me ask Isaac a question. Isaac,
Yeah, what? Yeah.
I might be a false prophet. That's
yourself,
true.
Alyssa.
But God is.
You might,
I think God
you
is-
might not. Hey,
No,
I wouldn't say you're a false prophet. You might be a little bit like lost in some wrong subliminal synchronicities that make you think that. Like, you've seen patterns, you've seen that you're like him, you've seen these things. I don't think like. I mean, maybe there's a. I don't know how reincarnation works. If your memory gets wiped, maybe you start new and you don't even know who you are, and you have to wait for this guy to waken up. Like, but I think that when he comes back, you'll be fully aware, like fully know. I don't know. I'm totally wrong.
Okay, thanks, Isaac.
I don't know.
I just
That's all I
want.
got.
I'm going to bring Guru back on in a moment, but he was taking over a little bit, so I just want to have a little bit of breathing space, and I want to address what his wife says in the comments. She says, "It's not Jesus anymore. It's Gracie, you ignorant sods." No,
yourself,
actually,
Alyssa,
Alyssa, what was happening was your husband has Jesus Christ as his avatar image, and some people find that disrespectful, given that his remarks, his way of being on the show, are not exactly in line with Jesus's character, Jesus's message. What Jesus stood for. That's what they're getting upset about. It's not that he's called Jesus. It's because his avatar, which you can see on screen now, is literally Jesus
That's not
Christ.
Jesus, by the way. It's not.
He is not in any way
not Jesus Christ on the screen
representing
right now.
Jesus.
I know
Uh,
many talented construction workers named Jesus. It is okay to have that name, but to actually take on the visage of the Son of God himself and claim
That is not Jesus, by the way, guys. That's Jesus Pantheon. That's not Jesus Christ.
Oh, dearie,
Who's that?
Oh, it's a white Jesus. That's why.
It's a Gnostic Jesus.
Yeah.
I have a different guys. You're literally bigoted in saying that.
The point
Gnostics
is, it clearly.
No,
looks
D&W.
like
The Gnostics believe in Jesus, D&W, and do they believe in a
looks like
different Jesus?
Jesus and Jesus. This is most unbecoming.
Yeah.
Arguing with you.
Guys, this is a
not
Gnostic season.
representative.
This is
Right,
my
everybody.
Jesus,
Yeah.
not your fucking Jesus. It's my Jesus. You fucking assholes. You big the cunts. This is the Gnostic Jesus. It is not
Hey.
the Christian.
Guru.
I have to put him backstage because he said the C word. I'm sorry. You're going
Bro,
backstage for a
can't
little
control
timeout.
Guru.
Calm down. There's no need
Guru.
to say the C word. Now, hold on a second, guys. I just want to say something here. look. We're in public. This is a public space. This is the town square. People have their religious beliefs, Guru. Clearly, you put an image up. People think it looks like Jesus. To me, it looks like the Jesus I grew up with. And I made my Holy Communion. I was a Catholic. I made my confirmation. That looks like the image of Jesus my mother had on the wall. You know, the little Sacred Heart picture she had on the wall. That looks like the Catholic Jesus. That looks like the Christian Jesus. So for you to come on here saying it's not Jesus, I don't know, brother. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. You know, that image represents the archetype of what a lot of people think Jesus looks like. You just have to calm down, accept that, and don't get so overworked unnecessarily. When people are saying to you, please, you're insulting their beliefs in Jesus by acting in a manner where you're swearing, you're being rude, you're being angry in a way that's, you know, not fit for somebody using Jesus as their avatar. That's all that's going on here, Guru. That's all that's going on here. I'll ask you to respect Al-Jupata, who says, please don't act that way when you've got Jesus Christ as your avatar. I know you're going to say it's not Jesus, but it looks like Jesus. Does anybody else here agree it looks like Jesus, the Christian Jesus, the mainstream version
Yeah,
of Jesus?
and he knows that.
Yeah. He knows that. He knows that. Yeah, okay. That's the situation here, Guru. You can come back on now. Please don't be angry.
Guru,
do not be angry.
Guru, you have my
It's surrounded by a cyclops and multitude of things. If your Christ was surrounded is as a heathen that believes in cyclopses, and this is shown by the Odyssey, Greek Odyssey, showing the Christ as Gnostic and fighting against the demiurge, nothing to do with Christianity. But all the bigots in the room decided that was Jesus Christ. That's Jesus' pantheon. I've never imitated Jesus Christ. In fact, I don't even think Jesus Christ looks like that. If you think that is the image of Jesus Christ...
Bro, you told me when I tested you days ago that you want to fulfill the second coming prophecy.
Yeah, I haven't landed.
I mean, look, I've heard of neurodivergent, but
Jesus Christ.
lacking.
If you think that is, you're mistaken. Please.
I've heard of being neurodivergent, but to be that lacking in any connection to the rest of society, I mean, I've just never witnessed such a state of affairs. Clearly, most people think that looks like Jesus, and you coming on here saying it in no way represents Jesus isn't going to change the man on the street thinking it is Jesus.
I know exactly what he's saying. I know exactly what he's saying.
By the way, Guru, do come back on. Come back on, Guru.
He acts totally oppositional defiant and then wonders why people don't want to relate to him or
I thought it was Eric Clapton.
Actually, my avatar is Jesus.
I know what he's talking about with the Gnostic text. It's a different version of Christ. It's a different God. Like the Gnostic texts say, the God of this world that created the world, that created matter itself, isn't even his father, isn't his God. And that it's an archon that rules us, and it's like a demon that leeches our energy and keeps us in a reincarnation cycle.
I'm well versed.
So I get what he's on,
I'm well versed in
may well
the
be the
Gnostic
case.
mysteries.
That may well be the case, but the point is, he has to realize that most people think that looks like the standard.
It does, and that's the one I have on my wall, and that's
and that is why
that's a joke. You gave it to me as a joke because he's like, it looks
hold
like
his
you.
tongue and appreciate. He may well be offending legions of well-meaning Christians with his antics. That's something for him to consider. Only he can, in his own heart and mind, can see whether that's something to think about and take into consideration. But clearly, this show has been proof that people are most perturbed, upset, and annoyed with the fact that he puts that image on his avatar whilst behaving the way he has done so tonight. It's most unbecoming. It's not reflective of Jesus' message. He says it's not Jesus. Most people will disagree.
Can you imagine if Jesus Christ threw a temper tantrum at the Sermon on the Mount?
So like that's what happened to my friend. My friend tried to say he was like this Christ, and he was this black guy that I knew, and he was like half Mexican, half black, looked like this Indian. I don't know, like, all right, be back. Not much love. But he, that's the problem I had with it. Like, I respected that he thought he might have been Jesus. I respected he wanted to be like Jesus. I respected he wanted to spread the word or something. And maybe I didn't believe it, really, but I'm looking into it. I'm trying to study this guy. I'm like, what is this guy doing in his head? But then he started to act out. Yeah, he started to act out of character. So then I was like, he's treating me rude and all this stuff and like little simple stuff. So I was like, wait, I don't think Jesus would do that. So I was like,
Dude, the prophecy of the many false prophets is at hand everywhere. You can see people LARPing being a messiah basically everywhere.
And I bet you I was going to say something similar to a psyop or something like that, like either these demons.
They're pretending to be somebody who's back right now. They're pretending to be somebody who's back right now, and he does not announce himself.
Kenny is back. Now, guys, 1 second. Once I want to address something. Guru's wife, Alyssa, has commented. She said that avatar is literally Homer's Odyssey with Jesus Pantheon as the Holy Spirit. Okay, if you say so. Most people haven't got they haven't read Homer's Odyssey. B, they don't know what the hell you're going on about with Jesus Pantheon. And C, they have grown up with an image of Jesus that looked exactly the same as the facial structure that was represented on that avatar that you say was not Jesus. So please, you have to admit that's the case and go from there. Knowing that most people on the panel are saying that looks like Jesus, they thought it was Jesus. Accept that, move on, and realize when you put something up that represents what people believe to be their savior, you may ruffle a few feathers if you do not act in a way that reflects the seriousness of carrying the flag of somebody who asked us all to be virtuous, well-meaning, and kind, whilst acting like I can't swear. Chickpea told me not to swear, but whilst acting like
hyenas. Hyenas would be a great one.
Yes, yeah.
They behave like hyenas.
Anyway,
they behave like hyenas, bro.
Alyssa, you're most welcome to come on here, please, Alyssa, and
DW, I did not say not to swear. I said to not use. I find the C word very offensive.
Okay, so I can say, yeah, okay.
Oh, stop it!
Be an arsehole while you're
telling me to cheer up next.
Don't be an arsehole whilst representing Jesus. I think that's the message most people are putting forward. By the way, Kenny, you're on the Fine Gnosis show. You've been waiting patiently to speak. I thank you for your good manners. I only wish others would take a leaf out of that book. Sorry, I'm not saying any names.
I suppose you're talking about me.
No, actually, no, Chickpea.
See, I love how DNW is using his vocabulary, and then people, if the shoe fits on them, they will automatically declare that the shoe fits on them. No disrespect intended, but I've done that before. You don't need to say names.
It was a jokey jibe at a certain person. That's all it was, and it wasn't you, Chickpea.
Oh,
I think Vital knew who I was talking about.
Don't try to fit the shoe, girl.
Kenny, you're on the Fighting Gnosis show.
Do you know what? Right. It's all right for men to F and blind and use the C word all over his channel. But me, if I have a little whine and a moan, right? If I have a whine or a little moan, because I like whining and moaning, I'm told to be happy and cheer up.
Would you mind if Alyssa came on and used the C word? She says she likes the C word too much. She's not welcome unless she can say the C word. No thanks.
The Australians will never give it up. You know that.
I don't find the C word a very nice thing to use.
All right, well, Kenny, you're on the Finding Gnosis show. Go ahead, mate.
Yeah, I think you should consider banning Gracie Guru for his own mental health. And the mental health of other people on the panel as well. And the mental health of his wife. And the mental health of his children. That's the best thing. That's the best service you could do for him.
To add to that, I think spiritual health, because a false prophet can lead people to very bad places if somebody is gullible enough.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what DNW thinks about that.
Outside of all religious denominations, every single tradition sees false prophets as bound to a very bad place.
It's a very interesting suggestion, and I'm gonna consider. I have considered it before, but you see, the thing is,
because it just keeps going around in a vicious circle, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I actually think on this panel there are some people who actually care about him, even though we get annoyed with him. and he does go around. Yeah, Vital cares about him. I do.
Why
He
do you
does
care
go
about him?
around.
Does he? You said he doesn't care about you.
I value.
That's
like
No. For DNW to care about him is the Christian thing to do, technically. Even though he's a prick.
What I'm saying is he'll go on other panels. He does go on other panels, and they will not be so kind.
Look, do you see this? This is a foil Magic the Gathering Ninja Turtles Shredder's Technique card, okay? I don't need Gracie. I don't need Gracie to care about me. I'm doing fine.
What year is that card?
That's amazing.
I'll never go for dull game again.
I don't actually play the game. I just bought a couple packs for the artwork.
Do come on.
Cool. I was going to say,
this
if it's a
keyword.
rare
Come on,
one, you're
Alyssa.
throwing
He's
it
serious.
around like it's trash. Watch out.
No, it's a 15-cent card.
Oh, okay.
Alyssa, come on the show. You don't have to swear. Come on the show, Alyssa.
I do want to
You're
say,
not-
like,
you don't have to say the
sorry, I
C word.
get so ahead of myself. Sorry.
All right, I want to go to Black Hole, guys. Come on, Black Hole's been waiting. Black Hole, welcome. You're on the Finding Those
Yes,
show.
may
Great
I
to have
speak
you,
now, guys?
Go ahead, Black Hole.
May I speak now, guys? Thank you. Thank you very much. What an absolute pleasure it is for you to have me again on this fine channel of yours. And just hello, Noodles. Remember me from Thought Provoker channel?
No,
I think we know each other.
I don't remember.
I used to come on Thought Provoker when he did lives about 2 years ago. Do you remember that?
Nope. Can't say I
He's
do.
already forgotten, guys. My NW. Is my mom?
We're losing you, Black Hole. We're losing
Yeah,
you.
working.
Your reception. Your reception. Yeah, it's a bit problematic. We can't hear you clearly, Black Hole. Alyssa,
Okay,
look,
I'll just
sorry.
mute myself.
I'm gonna let Alyssa come on. She can say the C word, okay? Because it's the only way to get her on, and I want her to give her say
Okay.
to defend her husband. I mean, she has the right to, and his right to be on the channel.
She is female.
Grumps. Okay, if it's not okay for a man to use a C word, then it's not okay for a woman. Okay.
Cheer up, chick. Wait, is
No,
the
no, Chippy, I'm not saying.
is
I'm
the
not,
C,
can I just
wait,
say?
is the C word?
Grumpy Cat, it's such a horrible word, and it doesn't
Wait,
do your channel
are
any
you
favors to have that word.
It's the word that talks about cookies in between the women's legs.
Are you
That
talking about chickpea? Is that the
no,
C
it
word?
rhymes with runt.
All right.
I
It
just think
rhymes
it's
with
a very
runt.
offensive word. Sorry. Very offensive.
Change the R for
Okay,
C.
well, look,
That's
Chippy,
the
I'm
word he
sorry.
doesn't want you to
Sorry,
say.
I'm sorry, Chippy. I'm going to invite her on. If she can come on, she can say the word, but I don't think. I think it will be a mark of
I'm a
her
female
character. If,
using the C
Chippy,
word.
Chippy,
Lovely.
listen to me,
What a
Chippy,
lady.
Chippy,
And
listen
you
to
told
me,
me to
listen
be
to me.
cheerful.
Chippy,
It's okay for women to use a C word. I mean,
This
isn't
is
that a little bit
intellectual and
sexist
emotional
in,
exercise. This is an
Wait a
intellectual
minute.
and
Wait a minute.
emotional.
DNW.
Bear with
DNW.
me, for fuck's sake! You come on.
DNW.
I have to mute you.
Would
No,
you
no,
like
mute. I'm muting you. I'm muting you. Be quiet. I'm trying to talk. We're going to bring her on as an emotional and intellectual exercise to see if she is that dark that she wants to just say the C word when someone else has asked her not to. Someone else has said it upsets them. That person is on the channel.
me.
There really is
Guys,
no need to say the
guys,
C word. There
you
really
please
is no
let-
need to say it. So if she comes
Yeah.
on and says it, we will judge her accordingly.
No,
You
I'm
are
not saying
allowed
it
to come on.
doesn't upset
She
me,
is allowed to
Grumps,
come on
if
here.
people
She
use
is
the C
allowed
word.
to
I just
say it.
find it
Doesn't
a
mean she
horrible,
should say it.
offensive word.
She
Guys,
is
can we
allowed to
please
say it.
let
Doesn't
Mary
mean she
Magdalene up
should
here?
say it. She
Please
is
let Mary
allowed to
Magdalene
say
Virtue in
it.
using
Just
the
because
C
it's
word.
lawful doesn't mean it's
Okay,
moral.
who's wearing that name?
I'm joking. I said, can we let Alyssa up here, Mary Magdalene, because that's the girl that was with Jesus.
Dude, I'm gonna ask you, bro. Do not joke about that stuff.
I mean,
Sorry, I don't.
Grumps,
I don't. But I'm being that level.
You
right
can
now,
come
so.
back on. I've told. Hold on, guys. I want to say something. They can
'Cause
come
I
on.
actually
They can say the
am
words,
curious.
but it's not the right thing to do, and we will judge you accordingly. We will judge you for your misbehavior.
And
There's already somebody here who says they don't like the word. Nobody is choosing to say the word. If you come on here and willfully choose to say the C word, we will stain your character appropriately with the view that you are in some way psychopathic.
Grumps, Can I say something? I don't think you'd like it very much if you turned on the radio or turned on your TV set and you heard the news reporters using the C word every other word. You would think to yourself, things really have gone downhill a little bit.
I would think something's right. I'd be like, yo, they broke character and now they're not listening to the script. I'd be like, yo, they're doing something.
Did Trump call a news reporter a C word recently, like in the last year or so?
We're going to compare yourself to Trump, are you? Oh, well.
You'd be surprised what he says behind closed doors.
What did he say to that reporter on the airplane? Remember on the Air Force One or whatever it's called? He called
said
the
to
reporter.
be quiet, piggy.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
He's a nasty little man. So, I mean, you want to compare yourself to Trump.
Why did you mute me?
I don't think it's.
Oh, because I was talking and everyone was talking. I didn't just mute you. I muted a whole load of people.
You didn't mute everyone else when they were all talking.
I was talking first. And then
I understand. I was trying to enter the conversation, which is something everyone was doing. I don't know why you muted me.
I know, but I thought you'd realize I was talking. That was
Well,
it.
Maybe become anti-vegan. That'll be his next thing.
I felt a little singled out, and I feel like you do mute me a lot more recently.
Well,
but anyway, who said that?
Isaac.
Excuse me. What did you say?
I don't know what he said. What did he say?
Assert yourself like just do it. You repeated yourself
He
3
is
times now. You
asserting
felt
himself.
left out. Just do it. Okay? You repeated
I
yourself 3
don't
times.
know what you're talking about. Anyway,
Anyways.
I was trying to say, what if someone came on here and said like the N word or the K word?
What's the K word?
What's the K word?
You don't need to know.
How they refer to Jews.
Oh yeah, someone told me about that yesterday for the first time ever.
So would you take the same? Would you have the same? Oh well, we'll just judge them accordingly, but they can say it. Would you have that same?
I think there's a difference between a racial slur and a swear word.
Well, the C word is actually supposed to be demeaning to women.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Noodles.
I never knew that.
I mean, in this side,
negative.
No, it is a gendered word, sure.
Yes,
It's racial words, gendered
to-
words.
It is referring
It's
to
like
the
calling someone the
female
B word.
genitalia as a negative thing.
Yeah,
but
it's
then
like
we'd
saying
have to
you're
go back to
Look,
calling someone a
Can,
cock.
can
or
I
a
say
dickhead.
this? The main reason society grew up with the notion of having manners and not swearing across all cultures, it's reflective of how you were raised every time. That's why.
That makes sense. And I was raised at the skate park, and I cuss a lot, and I try not to.
I can tell your skater attitude is fully up on you.
I know. I get it. I try to actually be a little better, but I broke character right there. Yeah.
That's fine. Well, like that's the main point. Like,
DNW, may I
the thing
stop
is,
you
the
for-
thing is,
for
it's
just
not
one moment?
to-
1 second. After Isaac, Black Hole can speak. After Isaac, go ahead, Isaac. Then Black Hole.
Oh, I just want to kind of apologize. I didn't mean to make that joke, but like in my head, I was actually a little curious, kind of where that Gnostic conversation with that girl was going to go because of things I've done in my past that have like
That's okay.
in the spirit world that have actually been associated with Mary Magdalene. So I was like kind of almost like curious, kind of poking, like I
Well,
want her to say what she says.
I'm not.
just
I'm
to
gonna
hear.
take it. I'm not gonna take it at face value, but I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I
anybody
didn't
who
mean to
mocks
kinda-
Jesus or Magdalena, to me, that's
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
mocking my family.
Yeah, and before I said it, it almost felt wrong.
Well, that's your self-conscious, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It was like a perspective
your
that
master.
maybe it would make her think too. I don't know. It was hard to. I don't know.
That's
Anyways.
okay.
No, I understand because her man is apparently, he's going full
Yeah,
false
so it was like a
prophet mode.
good setting to say, hey, now the partner's coming
Well,
out. Let her,
look. Here's the thing about like the Bible says this, right? The wicked will go around slandering everybody, right? But the
Yeah, I wasn't trying to
noble
do that,
will
my
do
bad.
their best. Let me speak, bro. The noble will do their best. The righteous will do their best to actually be quiet and listen. Like me, I got a lot to say, but I am actually explicitly disappointed with some of the lack of decorum of certain individuals on my multiple encounters on this stream. I like the stream, I really do. It's just some people, they're so in their ego, and even I can be guilty of that sometimes.
Name the names. Name the names.
I don't need to.
I'm already one of them.
I don't remember the names of people who disrespect God, so I'll say that.
Okay, Black
Can I
Hole.
say-
Chickpea, then Black Hole. Go ahead.
Right. Thing is, Black
Don't
Hole.
not,
look,
please, nobody will talk after Chickpea. Only Black Hole, 'cause he's
the
waiting
thing
for
is,
it.
what the whole thing with the C word is Black Hole. When you hear these words too much, it becomes normal to hear them, and you start to use them yourself. And as I come here a lot, I hear that word a lot. I don't want that word to become a normal part of my life, if you get what I mean, you know?
Yes.
Don't understand what I'm
I'm
saying.
sure you heard the dog barking. I just want to make sure that my mic is working now, right? My mic is working properly now, right?
Absolutely, brother. It's working fine.
The reason for that is because I was under the garage hanger. So if I go out for a walk with you guys, I can come on the panel again, maybe later tonight, if the live is still going. I'm sorry for the barking dog, neighbor.
You don't have to
So I'm going to
apologize
mute
for-
myself again. And before I mute myself again for the final time of this showing on this panel, could you repeat that question for me?
There's no question, Black Hole. We just wanted to see what you said about anything.
I'm kind of curious.
Okay.
Yeah, where was your mind going with? Were you watching us with Crazy Guru? Like, where was your mind going with like spirituality? Or
I
like,
was
don't know.
sitting in the
Do you have
garage.
anything?
I was sitting in the garage, and apparently the mic wasn't working well. I guess the reception was bad. So I just, I'm going to come back later when my mic is working well. Okay. So I'm going to mute myself, guys. I'll be back maybe later.
All right. Yeah, I was just curious if you had any thoughts to make. I don't know. Like, I was just curious where the mind was going. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm just curious. Yeah.
Can I bring up something?
Yeah, I think
So, like, in my own adventures in spiritual warfare, I've noticed false prophets and witches who are basically bound for hellfire because of their actions. Not every witch is supposedly bound to hellfire, but the ones who specifically do blood magic, child sacrifice, and all the horrific shit you can name under the sun. Those people, they lack spiritual protection. They have nothing. And this translates in the real world as like car accidents, sicknesses, all sorts of things. There's whole cults getting demolished.
Yeah,
As
I
if
know
like
about this.
final destination level
There-
fucking
yes.
war angels are doing their business. And,
Synchronicity.
bro. Anyway, so when it comes to there's a lot of changes happening, and the main topic I wanted to bring up is like there's this like as soon as people enter spiritualism, there's like three things happen. Some of them automatically go to thinking they're the fucking chosen one. Some of them
Yeah.
automatically go to becoming cruel, evil warlocks, and some of them genuinely try to fight their own ego. Like I've had my own battles, and I figured out who I am, and I don't need to tell people
He
who I
can't
am.
even
But like
spell, he can't even spell
thing is-
profit properly. I love it.
that's
Guru's
funny.
asking, why do people believe he's a false prophet? Exactly, that's the question he's asking.
Well, see, his Chickpea,
I never
you just said
really,
his words are
like,
confounded. The Bible literally says that those who are wicked and are false prophets, their words are confounded, like very easily, because they're tripping over their web of lies every time.
Oh,
If
no,
you're
yeah,
authentic,
don't worry. I totally agree with you.
like if you stay authentic, no matter what the field, you win. Unless it's being like like there's fields of experience that like you have to lie to win, and that's
I was laughing
unfortunate.
about the word prophet. You know, prophet's supposed to spell as
Apparently
profit,
he's
not
got
as making a
dyslexia. We
profit.
must no, Chickpea. He's got dyslexia, so we'll allow him his.
I think that's an
Not about
excuse
me
because
being
he
depressed.
said he's a writer as well. So
I am and have always
See,
been the
I
only
mustn't
real
be
prophet
depressed.
on this
It's all right
panel.
for the people to make lots of spelling.
Interesting claim.
Yeah,
there,
I
buddy.
was actually laughing because he spelt it the same way that D Prophet spells his surname, right?
So,
So there you go.
why do you call yourself the vital vicar? So vital is Latin for life.
Yeah.
Right. So why do you call yourself that? You just claimed you're the only real prophet on earth right now. That's what you just claimed?
No, that I'm the only real prophet on this panel. That's because my last name is Prophet. I was making a joke.
Okay.
No, the real prophet is Jesus.
All right. I wanted to shout out that comment to Pantheon. I'm gonna smoke real quick, but Pantheon, read that comment.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like he brought up reincarnation, and I know I talk about that sometimes, quite often. It's very much part of my character.
Can I
And
ask? Oh, sorry.
go ahead. Ask.
That's right. I finished. Sorry. Go ahead. That's been very ill-mannered interrupting.
It's okay. You can ask your question.
Right. My fault. Go on.
Well, look. There's a lot of people attempting to be like. So there's some people who have access to the Akashic files, but then there's some people who don't have access. And you have a lot of people out here pretending to be somebody they're not. And the individual who actually is the light right now is kind of sick of this shit. Like really sick and tired of people basically just copying all the ideas and going along. They're not learning, right? And I don't blame them. I blame the education method. Our education method in the modern world is copy this, answer this on your exam, and you'll get a good grade.
Yeah.
That is the epitome of. So they've been told you need to copy something to win your challenge.
Yeah.
That mentality is a fucking abomination of the Antichrist spirit. Because anti actually means to replace, to stand in, to substitute. For example, if somebody is claiming to be, that guy, he better be that guy, because if he's not that guy, if he's not the real one, he's an antichrist. Because the anti does not mean opposite of or versus. It means in replacement of. So when it comes to anti, the Antichrist actually wants to substitute the Son of God. And that's the main problem. All these false prophets, all these people wearing the names of deities they really aren't those beings, or claiming to be this or that, false prophets all around. It's part of a prophecy that Jesus made, and it's coming true. They're all part of a cult, and they feel insignificant because there is a real prophet on the world right now, and people keep pretending to be him. And everybody who can be authentic, who can be themselves, they know themselves, right? The Antichrist says, "I am that I am not," because he's pretending to be something he's not. The Christ will say, "I am who I am that I am." But you have a lot of people who are going to quote that, but they don't know what that really means. The part that Jesus says. So when the Christ comes, a lot of these people are pretending to be what they are because they know somebody has the light right now, and they're all pretending to be that guy. And all the authentic people loyal to that guy are absolutely fucking fed up with all these posers, because posing is not the way to do it. And it's the education system that normalized people into thinking that copying this, rehashing this, they think that's education. It's not. It really isn't. And there's so many pretenders who have pretended to be. I have an announcement to make. The people who need to know who the real one is, they already know. So every poser who stands in the way, they're basically announcing themselves and painting a big fucking target on their head. That's my public service announcement.
Kenny, did you go on the demonstrations this weekend or got this week?
No, I wasn't on any demonstrations. I went to the Victoria and Albert Museum. It was fantastic.
Yes, I expect it was.
Yeah.
No, I just thought, because I know there's been a few little demos past few days.
I'm gonna go. You guys have a great one. I'm glad I could share that public service announcement. Just all these false Christs you see everywhere in video games and stuff online. Their names are accounted for, but they're in the bad list.
It's been a pleasure having you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, you guys have a good day. Stay authentic, because how can God know you if you don't be you?
Have a good evening.
Night, Vital.
Thank you. Come again.
So, Kenny, did you listen to Tommy's latest rant on YouTube?
I heard his speech outside the Southampton police station.
Who had a real rant on YouTube as well with somebody. Very good.
Yeah, I've not watched it yet, but I will get round to it. Yeah.
The shore of end soon. The show will end soon.
Look up at you. See? Grumpy men are all going. Look who's here.
Yeah, the show's going to end soon. So if you want, guys, you can give your closing remarks. We'll start with Isaac. Are you there? Would you like to give your closing remarks? For today's-
Yeah. I just want to shout out Crazy Guru. Like, I get what you're on. I really am curious. If you have a Discord, put it in the chat, man. Put it in the chat right now, and I will talk to you on Discord. I want to hear I want to know what you're going through, because I study the mind, I study the brain, I study the spirit. I want to know what you're going through, man. So if you want, maybe it'll be next time, but I'll put my Discord in chat. So if anyone else wants to add me, talk anytime. I have a server, we could talk. We do little groups. So Guru, I'm gonna hit you up in chat. Much love, everybody. I'm gonna leave.
Hey, have a good Thank you, Isaac. Lovely to have you here.
Yeah.
Black Hole, are you there?
Are you ending the stream now, DNW?
Yeah, would you like to give your closing remarks, brother?
Okay. Well, thank you very much for having me on your stream tonight, and I hope to be on the next stream. If you're in the stream now, DNW, thank you very much for having me, and I will see you again when the time is right. As I always say on my Black Hole channel, peace. Bye-bye for now. Over and out.
Pleasure to have you here, Black Hole. I wish you well.
Thank you. Thank you,
Take care.
DNW. Good night.
See you next time. Bye now. Kenny, do you want to go next with your closing remarks?
Yeah. Gracie Guru, I think you should really consider not letting him back on the show, because he just loses it, and it's a vicious circle. He apologizes, then he reverts back to his bad habits and starts going on loses his mind again. It affects his mental health. It affects his wife's mental health. It's going to affect his kids' mental health. Someone on the panel might take it a bit too personally, who's a bit on the sensitive side. It would affect their mental health. The guy's a total narcissist. He doesn't care how he affects other people's emotions negatively. It's a negative feedback loop by constantly letting him back on the show and going round in the same vicious circle. So I think you should consider banning him for his show, for his own good, and his wife's own good, and his kids' own good.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you for that.
Okay, and thank you for live streaming. And yeah, it was interesting, to say the least.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Vital, I don't know if you're there, mate. I'll give you a second to unmute if you are, and you can talk. He may not be able to. He might be busy. We'll give him a moment. He's not. I think he's busy. Okay, Chickpea, it's down to you then to close the show.
Well, I don't know what to say, really. I'm sorry to moan about the C word, but the problem is that word, if you hear too much bad language, it becomes part of your own vocabulary. And swearing does that. We pick it up and it becomes the norm. And I don't think it does your channel much good. If somebody's watching it, they hear some bloke effing and blinding, they're going to think, this doesn't sound much Charlotte. I'll go somewhere else. I just don't think it's a good word to hear too often. It doesn't sound nice, and it's not something you want to pick up, male or female.
Thank you, Chickpea. Thank you for that. You know what? It was an interesting show for sure. I thought it went well at the beginning.
Started off so good.
Crazy.
Started off so good.
Yeah, it did. I suppose it had a life cycle of its own. It had its own narrative, its own arc, and it was a bit of a roller coaster. But look, Vital, you're back now, mate. Do you want to give your closing remarks for the show?
Absolutely. That's exactly why I'm here. I'm going to say something that I've said many times before, and that I'll say many times again, and that I deeply believe. Always give your best. Never get discouraged. Never be petty. Always remember, others may hate you, but those who hate you don't win unless you hate them. Then you destroy yourself. Richard Nixon.
You're a good man, Vital. You're a good man.
Thank you, sir. You are too. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. We'll let Lala close the show then.
Lala.
I'll play the ending song if there is one here. There used to be.
Not speaking.
There used to be one.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
DNW.
Take
I
care,
hope to
buddy.
see you on
Take
the
care.
next one, DNW. Thank you very
Bye,
much.
buddy. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, buddy.
What like that?
Truth is fleeting, shadows call. We search for meaning, we question all. The path is winding,
No,
the
no.
veil is thin. Beyond illusion, let the journey begin.
I'm sorry. I'll mute myself for good.
Breaking chains through the echoes, through the pain.
Doesn't want to play.
One more question, one more spark. We chase the light inside the dark. Voices whisper, thoughts collide. Truths are hidden deep inside. The world's a riddle, a shifting dream. Reality isn't what it seems. Seeking knowledge, breaking chains. Through the echoes, through the pain. One more question, one more spark. We chase the light inside the dark. Until next time, keep your mind wide. Stay curious and let wisdom guide you. Let us hope we each seek what we're meant to find. Make gnosis bring you peace of mind. Until next time, keep your mind wide. Stay curious and let wisdom guide you. Let us hope we each seek what we're meant to find. Make gnosis bring you peace.
Black
of
hole
mind.
is good. Thank you for tuning into the Finding Gnosis show.
Truth is fleeting.
Through the cosmic indifference and through despair, we dig for
search for
meaning that might be there. No promises of comfort or bliss.